Well, we are back. They let us back in the building once again. It is the Barncast, season number 2 from Fergie Jenkins Field inside. Welcome back, Barnstormers TV. Mike Renier along with Dan Dominguez to my right. Cole Dupuy, our producer, will be joined by a couple of other guests a little bit later on tonight in Pete. And Ed's going to be with us. It's good to be back. We made it further than a lot of other TV shows in history with the second season, Dan. We're back.
Yep, someone liked us out there. So they're having us back. This year we're going to be doing 6 games. We only did the 2 playoff games in Hamilton last year, but this year we're lucky enough, thanks to our sponsor, Enyo Pest Advisors, helping us bring this back for season number 2.
Thanks to Cam Bayshard and the folks at Enyo Pest Advisors with the Barncast, season 2, episode 1, and it's the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers and the Hamilton Cardinals. So it's going to be another good one tonight.
Yep, and you can see on the screen there, those are some of the other ones we'll be here for later in the season. So spread out throughout the season. Get to talk to us on the chat and have some fun guests, and we want to hear from you out there too. Make sure you get active on the chat.
And before we get too much further, we are going to give you the chance to win 2 Barnstormers home tickets here at Fergie Jenkins Field, and we'll have a little fun with it in predicting fun.
Yep, trying to guess the score of the game. We got 2 tickets, general admission tickets. If you can guess the score of the game, Cole will be helping us keep track of that. But put it on the chat. I think there might be a form on there that he's going to set up for you. Nice and easy. Put your score on there, and we'll keep track. See if anyone can guess the score of hopefully a Barnstormer victory. But we'll see how it goes tonight.
2 games in for the Barnstormers. A little bit of unluckiness with Mother Nature as they got rained out the other night here at Fergie Jenkins Field. But in Hamilton tonight, taking on the Cardinals. And just not too long ago, it seems like last season ended in the postseason at the hands of the Hamilton Cardinals. But the first ever Barnstormers postseason win came against this team.
Oh, yeah. Historic game. We're still talking about it. The hit that shook Chatham-Kent. And looks like we're getting ready to go already. Freesis Adamus on the hill. So I think we're going to watch it in. We'll check in with the announcers from time to time. We had Julian Monks. I'll give you the starting lineup if you don't see it on the screen. I'm not sure what they're going to give you, but Monks is our leadoff hitter. Gurney is going to be the 2. Mickey Fukuda is the 3 hitter. Barrett, 4. Johnston, Oda, Groening, Constantino, and rounding up, Mackey is back, Mike.
Mackey is back. They wasted no time to get things going there.
Yeah, they got things going. Quick pitch, 7:32 here, and we're already going. So this is good stuff. Monk's off to a good start this year. Green's been leading off the first couple of games, but a little grounded right side. It's going to be a tough play.
Got him, though. A little 1-3 put out for the Barnstormers, kicking off that game again in Hamilton. Barncast, episode 1 of the 2026 season.
You can see the weather. I'm sure it's pretty windy. I know we're having a lot of wind out in here in Chatham-Kent. I'm sure they're getting the same. Can't see any flags there on the screen. If you want to check in, let's check in with, there's our starting 9 that I gave you. But their play-by-play is Brent Gunning. So people from Toronto might know him from AM 59 or Sportsnet 590 in Toronto, their morning host. So let's hear him for a bit.
The Barnstormers, hoping for a nice return to form.
Okay, we'll take care of that feed for you in a second. So 1 away. Monks grounds out. Gurney, really good on base guy. Gurney's got a couple of brothers that I know the Barnstormers want to keep their eye on, but he has 4 years of between college ball and summer ball. He has a 5.5% hit by pitch rate. So
is that right?
Yeah, he's not afraid to kind of stick that lead arm in there. You can see, I think he's got the elbow guard on there, Mike? So
anything to get on base.
He throws the 3rd pitch of the at-bat.
There's the sound's a little better, so we'll hear what Hamilton has to do here on Cable 14.
Count. In terms of Adames, this is a player that, as you mentioned, going to be pretty important for them. With the lesser schedule there, he was able to get in the game Friday, and the Cardinals are looking for their first home win of the season. It is a 2-1 count as Adames delivers the pitch, and it'll go to 3-1. Walks were an issue for the Cardinals in that last game at home. You want to keep batters off of the base pass, runners off of the base pass as well, and it has proven to be proved to be a bit of an issue for them last game. We'll see if they can minimize that here today. There's the 3-1. It is hit sky high, but should not be trouble, although it goes into a bit of no man's land, and it is retired by the left fielder. And Adames working quickly here. Pretty good start for him, Matt.
Yeah, and we've seen Adames do this in this park before and against these opponents, the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. He started Game 3 of the postseason in Chatham last year with a series win on the line. Took the no decision as the Cardinals would wind up falling in extra innings. But Adames is an experienced minor league prospect, spent some time in the Milwaukee Brewers system, and his arrival to the CBL last year, the Cardinals had high expectations for him, but I think he exceeded even those. And again, it's hard to kind of stay at the forefront of all the attention when you have the league MVP Owen Boone ahead of you in the rotation. But Adames was a silent killer in the rotation when he was at his best last year, and they're hoping for more of that here in 2026.
Yeah, you'd certainly like to see that. Starting off the third batter, the beer batter of the game, and he just gets it over the first baseman's head. That'll go to right field. He's looking to turn two. It takes a big turn, but will not get there. Throw goes into the second baseman, and Chatham-Kent has their first base runner of the night.
Cable 14 in Hamilton. Again, good hit going the other way for Fukuda. Had a good pitch. Actually, it looked like it was kind of down in the zone. We'll see the replay again, but kind of jammed him a little bit.
In on his hands, a good job inside outing that ball and muscling it over the first baseman's head. Good to see Fukuda. Maybe a little bit of a slow start in the exhibition season and just DHing tonight, so a little break behind the plate. Maybe that'll get his back going.
And Austin Gurney had a pretty good pitch to hit, and he just kind of got under it, sent it to the outfield for a can of corn, as they say. So 2 out and 1 on for the Barnstormers. And one of the big pickers in the offseason, Grayson Barrett, cleanup hitter for the Barnstormers.
2 seasons in the CBL now, all CBL both years. And then Adames, they were talking about him a little bit. Everyone knows Owen Boone on Hamilton, but Adames is as good a starter there is in this league. 2.47 ERA last year as they try and pick the burner, Mickey Fukuda, off. 124 whip, over a strikeout an inning, 26.2% strikeout rate. So a big 1-2 punch for Hamilton Cardinals.
Back to Cable 14, top 1 in Hamilton, scoreless.
I don't know about you, Matt, but when I'm playing my friends in anything, it always just makes me want to beat them more. Adames retiring 2 batters so far. There's a runner on first as he's looking to get out of far from a jam, but his first trouble on the base pass today. Starts off with the strike, and he will look to dig in here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and he's able to run it by number 34 for the Cardinals here. This is Mituki Fukuda, digging in for the Barnstormers there. Getting off to a good start here. The 0-2 pitch.
Barnstormer fans know that's not Mickey.
A fastball.
Grayson Barrett up the bat.
Adames did there high in the zone.
Yeah, and Grayson Barrett.
Still early in the season. We're all working out the kinks, right?
High fastball in the zone. Barrett, of course, the longtime Welland Jackfish. First year in Chatham this season.
Here's Adames, seeing if he can get him to fish there. When you get ahead in the count, this is the importance of it, right, Matt? You're able to, play with a few pitches, have a few waste pitches you can, and, throw one, spiking one in the dirt, far from a bad way to get a batter to retire. And good check there. This is Grayson Barrett, the outfielder here, wearing number 34 again in the wonderful pinstripe uniforms of the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Adames with a check to first. He'll dig in. He'll catch the sign, looking to retire the batter here in the 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Adames
up high,
looking to get him to chase high again there, just missing, or maybe he hit his spot and unable to get Barrett to chase
there,
here.
It was
number of pitchers on a staff.
First pitch was right in that same neighborhood, called for a strike one.
To be able to work
so Barrett with a good eye there.
No doubt
right on the border of being called a strike, but Barrett got the benefit of the doubt there.
As we get into June here, and the schedule picks up. A lot of teams in May will
first
only have the
base.
2-game
Mickey
weekends.
dirty already.
As you
not
get
even
into June,
catching
July,
tonight.
you'll have 3, sometimes 4 games in a single weekend.
Good movement on that pitch. Adames.
There it is, retired.
Very good movement. So the Barnstormers leave 1 on and going to the bottom of the first in Hamilton, our first ever Barncast from Fergie Jenkins Field. No score going to the bottom of the first in Hamilton, and the Barnstormers looking for their second victory. Don't forget, if you predict the correct score tonight on our YouTube feed, make sure you comment and predict the score for tonight. That could land you some tickets, Dan.
Yep, 2 tickets. I know we had at least 1. I don't know if there's more. You see on the graphic. We're going to do this for every Barncast this season, all 6 of them. If you can guess the score of the game for either the Hamilton game or the Welland games this season, you'll get a couple of free passes in the Fergie Jenkins Field for a game later in the season.
And we're going to take our first look at Thibaut Mercadier, and I was actually really looking forward to seeing him in person on Tuesday at Fergie Jenkins Field. Of course, rained out against London, but it looks like he brings a lot of talent to this Barnstormers starting pitching staff, and kind of disappointed that we couldn't see him in the flesh on Tuesday night, but let's see how he does in Hamilton this evening. Yeah,
he only pitched a little bit that I saw him in London during the exhibition season, but I watched some YouTube video of him, right-handed pitcher. You see him warming up now, number 9. 3.96 ERA. This is in the France Division 1, where we have few players that played in that league. 128 whip, He had in 63 and 2/3 innings pitched, 73 strikeouts. We'll hopefully see that big curveball. He's got a curveball. It just comes right off, falls off the table. So the play-by-play and color guy we're talking about it. Get ahead in that count. I know Ed Myers preaches this every day.
Mm-hmm.
Get ahead in the count, so they have to hit your pitch. So they'll be struggling behind the count. Don't have to lay a fastball in there. If he can get that curve, get ahead of the count, drop the curve in there. It's a good pitch for Thibaut.
Thibaut Mercadier making his Barnstormers debut in the third game of the young 2026 season. Barnstormers 1-1. Big game and a big win on opening night a few nights ago at Fergie Field against Guelph. Was that 16-2 they won?
Yep.
16-2. The Bats were coming to play that night and just stalling a little bit in Kitchener for the second game of the season. So a 1-1 record in this third season of Barnstormers baseball in the new CBL as Mercadier takes final few warm-up pitches before he gets going tonight.
We didn't play bad in Kitchener. We had a lot of runners on base. Even the ninth inning, we had Chatham had the tying run up the bat. Big error kind of cost them, led to a 6-run inning, and that was the tide turned right there. So, one error with 2 outs, and the momentum just shifted right there. A couple of hard hits off a Pettipiece after that, and we just couldn't recover. So, get ahead, got a good leadoff hitter, Dominguez. If he gets on, he's going to be a threat to steal Oda behind the plate today, who can throw out some runners as well. So we'll see Thibaut how he can debut for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers here.
Dominguez, Duncan, and Herman for the Hamilton Cardinals. Bottom 1, back to Cable 14 in Hamilton we go.
Batter's box. Waits for the pitch, and here it comes, and it will. This is Thibaut Mercadier talking with the manager here. Obviously, this is his Canadian Baseball League debut, but far from a stranger to pro baseball.
Yeah, Mercadier is a native of France, if you can believe that. A born and bred French baseball player, and he pitched in the Frontier League in 2024 for the Quebec Capitales for to pack their patience tonight at the plate. He pitched in the French League last year. He's got fastball, changeup, curveball, and the odd sinker, so we'll see what he can bring here in his CBL debut.
Yeah, so far, good start for him as he's got Dominguez in a hole here, and he does catch him with the curveball on the inside. Don't think Dominguez would necessarily agree with the call, but as long as the zone's consistent, you'll find it as it goes on.
That was a great movement on that pitch. That danced around a lot.
Might have went around the home plate a little bit, but I'm sure Thibaut will take it. On strike 2, he made him chase on that curveball low and away, so he had him kind of leaning out over the plate and then backed a curveball up, like I said, near around the plate. And got that strike 3 call. So 3 straight strikes for Thibaut. Now a tough left-handed hitter, Tyler Duncan, MVP of the 2024 season. 2023.
Fouls off the first pitch and gets behind.
The years run together as we get older, Dan.
The year before Chatham-Kent entered the league. So
this is something that comes with a player who's played.
Of course, our own Seth Strong won in 24, and Hamilton's Owen Boone was the league MVP last season.
5-run homer every at bat. He might not even be able to get a knock every at bat as Duncan digs in for the 0-1 pitch. Another healthy cut. I don't know if it's a case of him trying to prove us wrong up here, Matt, or him taking advantage of the strikes he's seeing early. But for a guy who's been pretty patient this season so far, free swinging.
Well, Duncan, as you said, it's hard to believe, but this is going to be his 5th season with the Cardinals, and by now he knows his standing in this league. He's not been given very much to hit ever since that 2023 MVP winning season. He got a couple strikes there down in the zone that he does like that low strike, but fouled that one off.
Oof. Good pitch.
He looks at a pitch, just spitting on it on the outside there, and he is able to stay alive in the at-bat. It is now 1-2. We'll see how they handle him. As we just talked about, the idea of staying away from him, you've already got him. You get him in the 0-2 hole. You would imagine he's going to have to be pretty patient. I wouldn't think there'd be too many meatballs coming up in this at-bat. As we dig in for the pitch here, it is a 1-2 count. Duncan digging in, black arm sleeves on him tonight. Ball on the outside there. All of a sudden, the count is.
That's where you want that pitch, though. That was a good-looking pitch. Borderline, just outside.
Yep, kind of showed him the fastball up and away. So we'll see if he tries to drop that curveball in on his hands a little bit. But Duncan is very dangerous. The winner of the last 2 home run derbies, and I'm sure he's already chomping at the bit to get to that home run derby here at Fergie. There's that curveball in on his hands. Just got past Constantino. That was a good pitch, though. That's just a good hitter's going to hit.
Duncan's got the first Cardinals hit of the night. Sometimes things can bleed on. Games can go on. You never want to let a starter get too comfortable, especially somebody I'd imagine imagine playing in their first game in this league. You know, he's played exhibition games, Mercadier has. This is the first time he's made an appearance in a regular season game in the Canadian Baseball League. You can imagine it would really kind of fuel him if he was able to kind of continue to cruise along. So
I will give Duncan one of the best mustaches in the CBL.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good looking duster there that he has.
I see some scores coming up. There's Rigby calling an 11-7 win. I see you there, Riggs.
He's picking a lot of offense there tonight.
A couple of good pitchers. There's Danny Cadot, clubhouse attendant here for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Couple other people I see. 8-3, 4-3. Oh, that's Ann Chamberlain Lear, known Red Sox fan, Brantford Red Sox supporter.
Dan asked if he missed anything. He missed an inning and a third. That's all.
Rejigged him a little bit.
And if you're just joining us, if you predict the correct final score tonight, you will be in a draw to win 2 tickets to see a home game at Fergie Jenkins Field sometime this season. So if you get the score absolutely correct, and if more than one person gets it absolutely correct, we go and do a draw to figure it out. So you could win a couple of tickets coming up. So predict your score tonight, the final score. If it's absolutely right, you could be on your way on us.
Duncan's got a pretty big lead there. He's got some wheels. He is a big guy, but still can steal a base. Checking his numbers last year. Only 8 stolen bases last year, but only 159 at-bats. But for Duncan, it's tough to steal a base when you probably start everything on second or home run with all the extra base hits he hits.
Another good pitcher's count here for Mercadier, 1 and 2.
For whatever the situation happens to be on the field.
1 out so far in the inning. Mercadier digging in, looking in. He's got Herman, and as we mentioned, there is a little running in the game there, and Duncan gets in, and he will be safe. That was pretty close play.
Not the strikeout.
It is a strike him out, but no throw him out. So the Cardinals now have a man on second. Now, this is a player who is
2 strikeouts early for Mercadier in his Barnstormers debut, so looking pretty good. And the only blemish so far through 3 hitters. A base hit to right field against a really good hitter, as we see the replay there. And that was a great throw.
That was a great throw from Oda. The big, slow curveball, that just affects a runner like Duncan's going to get there. You can see he's in relatively easy.
About 3/4 of a stride, he was safe.
Barnstormers are going to have to keep the ball on the infield here.
Anderson Feliz.
And the ball gets past the catcher.
So a wild pitch. That looked like it handcuffed him. He didn't know if he wanted to catch it underneath or backhanded. He got caught in between. And so the wild pitch is going to get Duncan over the third. So now another wild pitch, and he could score.
Anderson Feliz, left-handed hitter for the Hamilton Cardinals up here. 2 gone. Still scoreless, as you see.
So defensively, we do have Oda catching today. Owen Constantino over at first. Monks is at shortstop. Mackey's the second baseman today. Groning's playing third. Get to the outfield here in a second.
It is a 1-0 count so far. Mercadier going on the outside, looking to clip something.
Across the outfield, left to right, Barrett, Gurney, and Johnston. DHing today is Mickey Fukuda.
Thanks to Cable 14 as we look in on this Friday night.
Putting that to the test here.
That's okay.
Digging in number 9 again, the red glove for the Chatham-Kent
Barnstormers. You're going to have to come down if you win those tickets, though, Ian.
Debuts in the Canadian Baseball League here. We'll see who gets the better of it. That ball is hit to center. It'll drop, and Duncan will score. What a start for Feliz as he picks up an RBI single in his first game in the Canadian Baseball League. Not only his first game, but his first at bat. That's got to feel good.
It looks like Gurney was kind of unsure what to do with that fly ball to center. He was kind of shaking his head after it fell in front of him, as maybe he thought, I should have charged that a bit more.
It was a full swing by Feliz, but got it in on the label, the handle a little bit, so it's not going to go out quite as far. Center field, sometimes those ones right at you are tough to read. Even if he reads that off, that's going to be a heck of a play there for Gurney.
After that first bounce happened, he was shaking his head. So, anyway, 1-0 Cardinals early lead. And Brandon Nickel now up for Hamilton.
On the black sliding mitt at first base, takes a bit of a lead. Mercadier not even checking, and he delivers the 0-0 pitch. It is high and inside to Nickel. You know, we talk about the ability to do different things, to just kind of find a way to help the team. It felt like in the Friday game here against the Kitchener Panthers, felt like Nickel was able to do a lot of that. Definition of a scrappy ball player is what he has felt like so far early this season. Mercadier digging in. There is the pitch. Working a bit of a count.
Starting to lose the strike zone a little bit here.
The little I've watched of Mercadier, when he misses, Oh, a lot of right-handed pitchers will miss up. Just Ed will talk about when he gets here later on. Just releasing up, not coming down through the ball. And we saw that with Dakota Parsons on the road the other day. A lot of balls missing up and in the right-handed batters. So let's see if he comes back to his safety pitch with the breaking ball. Now just a get-me-over fastball there.
That was
Luckily,
a good pitch.
He's taking it.
I don't know you got a hard take on a 2-0 count, but it didn't seem like he was chomping at the bit to attack that one, did it, Matt?
Well, no, the Mercadier there out on the mound was peppering the strike zone early on, but you saw that wild pitch that moved Duncan to third, and then he fell behind Nickel 2-0. He's going to wait for him to find the strike zone again. He's not going to try and chase anything out of the zone. But that's a good pitch right there.
Yeah, that one's on the outside. Crowd might disagree with you there, Matt, but I guess it's what the umpire thinks. That's what matters there. All of a sudden, we've got a 2-2
Looks like it might have been
count.
on the chalk of the batter's box a little bit there, but we'll take it.
Clip a little bit of the outside, and Mercadier will look to get out of the trouble that he finds himself in here. It is Anderson Feliz, new Cardinal, on first. Bit of a lead. It is Brandon Nickel at the dish here with a 2-2 count. He was able to hold up. They will appeal the first. He does not swing. All of a sudden,
that was
it is
close.
A 3-2 count here. Feels like a pretty big spot in the game. You continue to force a pitch count on a guy who is coming into this league, making his debut here. First
Umpire
inning,
signaling
if you
full,
can
even though
tax
the
the
score
starting
bug's
pitcher,
got
really
it
set
only
yourself
at 2
up
and 2
in a good spot.
No doubt about it, especially on the first game of the weekend. And it looks like
playing behind the runner at first.
Full count. Anderson Feliz is going to be in motion here on first base.
There's no hold there. They're not even dreaming about it. Feels like he could walk to second right now.
Nice
Will
pitch.
he be able to
Nice pitch.
He is not, as Nickel is.
Yeah, I was going to say, we didn't hear if it was strike three, but looked pretty good from our angle.
So not a bad Barnstormers debut for Thibaut Mercadier. He does give up that run, but all 3 outs came via the strikeout. And you have to feel good if you're the Barnstormers. And certainly Mercadier, you gave up that run, but still, it's very early in this baseball game.
Yep, no, he looked impressive. Just wild pitch, moved the runner, couple shots off the fist. Tyler Duncan doing Tyler Duncan things, and Hamilton's up 1-0.
Still a long way to go. One complete here in Hamilton. As we're going to go to a break, we'll be back with inning number 2 shortly, the first Barncast of the 2026 season. And thanks to Enyo Pest Advisors, Barnstormers TV.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
Top second in Hamilton. It's the first Barncast of the 2026 season of the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Mike Renier along with Dan Dominguez, Cole Dupuis, our producer. And a little bit later on tonight, Ed Myers and Peter Cobb will join us from the friendly confines of Fergie Jenkins Field inside here. 1-0 lead for the Hamilton Cardinals. But again, the debut of Thibaut Mercadier, Dan, was pretty good.
Yep, struck out the side, gave up the 1 run. 3 strikeouts. We saw the curveball. Whenever he got ahead on that count, he was able to throw that breaking ball and keep some of the Hamilton hitters. And then on that last one, froze the hitter, painted the outside part of the plate and froze him for strike 3.
It's Oda, Groening, and Johnston, Oda, and Groening up here in the second inning for the Barnstormers, trying to even things up early in this game in Hamilton.
6'5" righty, but you can see him get down in that crouch. Kind of interesting. With such a big guy, kind of getting down. Even Adames looks like a pretty tall right-handed pitcher.
Kind of a Kevin Youkilis type of stance. It's a line out right to second base.
Cost him some lumber on that one, right in on the label.
Good swing, but again, that broken bat sends it right to Feliz at second. So 1 out for the Barnstormers, top second. Again, predict the score tonight. Predict the final score, and we want to give you 2 tickets to see the Barnstormers at Fergie Jenkins Field sometime in the summer of 2026. So what do you think it's going to be in the chat? Predict it, and you could be on your way on us and on Enyo Pest Advisors. So let us know. And also, let us know where you're watching tonight, anywhere in the world.
And there's our good old friend Neil. He's at the stadium tonight watching. It says it's pretty cold. I imagine it's pretty windy there as well, Neil. I don't know if you got a weather report for us. We're tuning in and out of the Hamilton C14 broadcast, but I know Neil said he was going to try and make it, and we got some celebrities walking into the field house now.
Hall of Famer Ed Myers is joining us. So there's a pop-up from Oda, the shortstop. So quickly 2 out, top of the second. Watching from the Petrolia area, one of my favorite people, my cousin's watching tonight. So Suzanne watching this evening, she says, is watching you right now. Bo Buckley is her boss's son.
Okay.
So, Susie, thanks for watching us here tonight. Barnstormers TV. It's a small world.
Yep.
Absolutely small world.
Tell her to chime in and try and win some tickets. Get on the YouTube feed. And
even though she's family, she can win?
Oh, why not?
Okay. There you go, Suzanne. Just punch in on the chat. What do you think the final score will be? You could win some tickets because Dan said family can win.
1 guess per customer.
Okay. 2 down quickly, top second. Let's see what Cable 14 said.
Well, as you can see in the early going, he's letting it eat with this fastball, and you'll see a lot of fastballs from him.
Yeah, speaking of the fastball, runs one in there, and that'll go to the right fielder, and it is an easy put-out.
Seems like that one just hung up forever. That could have been kind of a, base hit going the other way, but it just kind of unlucky there off the bat of Groening.
Yeah, again, we haven't really got a wind report out of Hamilton, but I'm sure that's a factor, maybe holding that ball up a little bit. So can tell you on the swing you didn't get all of that. There's another. Oh, there's a Groening chiming in there. Let's see here.
Toby.
Groening's cousin, so grew up with the kid. So.
Watching from Tilbury, Ontario.
Andy Groening, the youngest player in the CBL.
So, yeah, let us know where you're watching here tonight. Represent your town and let us know, if you haven't done so already, what the final score is in your estimation. And it could land you 2 tickets to an upcoming Barnstormers home game at Fergie Jenkins Field. So bottom of the chat. Thanks to Enyo Pest Advisors for that and for letting this Barncast happen too. So yeah, they've been some great business partners and fans of the Barnstormers the last 3 years.
Yeah, Cam's been great. He's popped in with us during the games last year on the Barncast. I'm sure we'll see him at some point this season come in, but making it possible for us to do this here from the field house today in the meeting room. So sometimes we'll be in the clubhouse, sometimes here. But Cam's been a great supporter and a great supporter of the Barnstormers last year with the strikeout challenge.
So we thank Cam and the folks over at Enyo as you see Thibaut Mercadier warming up for his second inning of work. Bernie Arbor Stadium in Hamilton. Apparently it's a chilly night here too, but I guess a chilly and breezy night up in Hamilton also. With Guerrero, McGill, and Brown set to go for the Cardinals' bottom 2. And again, the Barnstormers 1-1 in the season. Home and home between these 2 teams. Tomorrow night, again, Mother Nature that will be the big factor tomorrow night if we can get it in tomorrow. But right now, if we're going to look at the prediction, it doesn't look great for the weather tomorrow all day.
Yeah, no, looking pretty rainy. I'm looking at the Hamilton weather right now. 11 Celsius, Ed. Yeah, he's doing the math.
52, he got it right.
He was taking his shoes and socks off to do that conversion. Feels like 9, 13K winds gusting up to 36 kilometers per hour, 30% chance of rain in the Hammer tonight.
We're going to get Ed Myers proficient in Celsius before you know it. He's doing. That sounds like a segment this year. Ask Ed anything. Bottom second, back to cable 14 we go in Hamilton.
Didn't seem that way. Here he is trying to attack, unable to do so. There's a ball low to start things off to Angel Guerrero, number 89. Teal batting gloves, little yellow armband there. He's got the high socks going, white cleat. Cardinals jerseys tonight. Here comes the 1-0 or the 1-0 pitch, and it is a foul ball. We'll even up the count here. Hit just outside the line at the first base there. Guerrero digging in again. We talk about the embarrassment of riches. Although offense, bit of a problem for this team last year. You know, obviously when you have the MVP of the league as a starting pitcher, it's going to put your starting staff in a pretty good spot. It does feel like offense could be one of the things that, I mean, there's only two facets of the game. Obviously, it's one of the things, but it does feel like it'll go a long way to decide in this Cardinals season. Speaking of, there is a ground ball rolled over to the first baseman, barely staying fair, but it will do so, and that is an out recorded. Angel Guerrero grounding out to first base.
Yeah,
staying fair just by a little bit.
About a 6-hopper to Groening, and had to get it, and it looked like McCartier was getting over to help out, but Groening's, for a big guy, he can he's got some footwork there, so he can get over and hustle back to the bag. So good to get a quick out on the ground out. First time the defense has been needed for an out here today.
Another lefty and Evan McGill up now for the Hamilton Cardinals. That was the first non-strikeout out for Mercadier.
They don't need.
Looks like they really loaded up the lefties in the lineup. I didn't keep track too closely, but obviously Duncan and Nickel there. But good way to fight off a big curveball is put a lefty bat in there.
A couple of hits producing a run. Bottom one for Hamilton, nursing that 1-0 lead.
Able to string together a lot more hits and
just missed.
Rallies
that was a strike last inning. Let's see how that goes. Would ask and pray if it was up a little bit.
Killing double plays or strikeouts or anything like that, which helps set the table for that.
How long do you think it'll take for the challenges to come to the CBL that we enjoy in the MLB right now?
That's. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately.
Because it would mean more work for Cole Dupuis, maybe.
Yeah, the tech is in there. Here, let's hear from Cole Dupuis for the first time here in 2026.
A lot of cameras involved. I don't think it would ever. The ballparks aren't built for it.
Even if we hired you to be the head of the league challenges committee,
I'm all right. I don't
You're
want to
okay.
install those cameras.
Too much. All right. It'll be a ways before we get there then.
Looks like the pitch clock's going to have its own challenges. Let's get through one headache before we get to the next. We're still dealing with the new website and scoring system that everyone's trying to get used to, so it's one problem at a time.
His first game, he's able to put a good swing like that in a lefty-lefty matchup.
Yeah,
got under it.
Righty-lefty matchup here, and he flares one out to the outfield. Center fielder tracking over. He will make the putout, and that's the second out of the inning there. You know, got to be a lot thrown at a 24-year-old. Obviously, you know, not unfamiliar with the area here in McGill. You know, I was doing my research. I was talking to some people who played against him growing up, talking to some people who played against him in college, and the scouting report was big arms. So I'll be curious to see how that plays out this year. You know, you want to talk about a guy that was a big factor in that game at home. Jaden Brown had 2 RBI in the loss to the Panthers last Friday. We'll see what he's able to do. Tries to keep this inning alive. It is 2 quick outs for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers as the Cardinals are home to them. It is a 1-0 lead. And here's Jaden Brown digging in for the first pitch of the AB. Woo! Buzzes one over his head. That's got to get you feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, and Brown, it was a little bit of an inconsistent start to his CBL career, but he was arguably their best hitter in the playoffs, and he was just mashing left and right during that first-round playoff series against Chatham. Hopefully this will channel some of that playoff Jaden Brown we saw last year.
So McCartier's got to be careful here.
Certainly
Big
challenging him
right-handed
inside.
power
I don't know if that's – I mean, obviously the first one, they were trying to throw over his head. I'd have my questions about that if they were doing that. The third game –
Base is being empty, however. You can challenge him a little bit.
I couldn't imagine that much so. But they go right back inside. I do wonder if that'll be how they attack him in the at-bat here. It is a 1-1 pitch. Healthy cut from Brown. He certainly didn't get cheated on that one.
And Brown had some swing and miss issues in his game last year, but when he makes contact with the ball, it is just about as loud off his bat as anybody in this league.
Buck Martinez,
when he makes contact, look out. The power is just tantalizing.
Where he would
repeat a 2-1 pitch. Yeah. Here it comes. Brown digging in at the dish. Looks at it on the outside. Is able to
that was a good pitch.
At a very, very close pitch. It's now a 3-1 count. And again, there's the command issue.
Here's where you'd like to battle back.
I don't even know if it's fair to call them command issues other than the one that he almost beat him in the brain.
You want to get the 8-hitter out so the 9-hitter leads off.
how patient this Cardinals team has been. It does feel like it's been a feature for them. Drawing a lot of walks in the Friday game. Obviously, patience was a virtue for them against the Leafs, and they picked up the win. Nothing patient about that swing, though, as he
right back up the box. So Brown's got a base hit.
And Brown is on base. He takes a
2-out single, keeping this thing going in the second for Hamilton.
And you look what happens here. 3-1 count. You miss on the 2-1 count. You miss the ball. 3-1. McCaudier's got to lay one in there. Even if it's still on the outside part of the plate, he covered a lot of the plate, lined one right up the middle because he knew McCaudier had to come fastball. And Jaden Brown made no mistake and laced one up the middle. So now you got Yoki Pena coming up the bat. He's their DH today. Another left-handed batter. But either way, unless you see Jaden Brown running, he did have 11 stolen bases last season, they're going to be able to turn the batting order for the following inning, even if they get Pena out. Decent lead there at first for Brown.
Here is the DH, Yoki Pena, his first at-bat of the night.
Nice pitch, right?
First pitch, it is a strike on the outside, and the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers trying to get out of this jam. Cardinals
we haven't got a lot of looks at McCartier, so it's good to see him. A good feed here from C14 to really see what he's got.
In this game, it is the lone run that came in the first inning. We're only in the second, so far pretty good pace for the Cardinals offense here. Brown with a bit of a lead at first as Yoki Pena digs in at the dish, the designated hitter there. Thought about swinging, thinks better of it, and it was a good call as it is a ball inside. 1-1 is the count. You know, in terms of the DH, especially when you're not on the field, can probably feel like it's a little bit to get you into this game on a cold night. Not the easiest of tasks here for Pena as he's been sitting down. You know, I'm sure taking warm-up cuts or doing what he needs to do, but a little different than playing a position out there in the field. It is a 1-1 count, and here comes the pitch. Looks to be outside. Is not. That pitch will go for a strike, and all of a sudden,
I think we've seen that a few times this so far. That outside pitch, they've been getting the calls both ways so far. So, and we see that's kind of a regular occurrence in the CBL. You might get an extra ball on the outside part of the plate. Not on opening night. That was a pretty tight zone opening night, but 1-2. Now he can either drop a curveball down and in, but it looks like he's setting up outside. So try and get that corner maybe on another fastball.
And
he left one over the plate.
He likes, takes a cut at it. It'll drift out.
Got away with it.
Nice, kind of drifted out to left field. So another jam taken care of by the Barnstormers. Mercadier is now 2 innings into his Barnstormers career. We are done 2 in Hamilton. And still the Barnstormers down by just a single run. It's 1-0 going to the top of the third. Owen Constantino will lead off for the Barnstormers. And thanks to Cable 14 for their feed tonight. It is our first Barncast of 2026. We'll come back with the third inning coming up in a moment.
Give it to me.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers summer camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers summer camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th to the 17th, we'll be in Leamington, then back in Chatham from the 20th to the 24th. Continue your learning in Dresden from the 27th to the 31st, and we will walk it off in Leamington from August 3rd to the 7th. Spots are limited. Sign up now and be part of the Barnstormers family this summer.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
And thanks to Enyo Pest Advisors very much for bringing back the Barncast for the second season. Mike Renier along with Dan Dominguez, Cole Dupuis, our producer, Ed Myers, the Hall of Famer, is in the building. We'll be talking with him a little bit later on tonight, along with a couple of other guests that we've got here. Peter Cobb's going to join us a little bit later on. And top 3 in Hamilton, Dan. And speaking of Enyo Pest Advisors, they've done a lot, not only for the Barnstormers in this partnership, but they're very charitable.
Yeah, last year and again this year, donating last year. First, let's take a look at this hit center field. That's going to be out number 1, it looks like. $3 per strikeout last year. Some big numbers. You can see it, some of the specials they're doing. So hit up that QR code. And spider spray, also anything you need, Cam will kill it for you. But $3 for the Special Olympics. Last year he rounded it up, donated $1,000 last year. Some of the guys that cost him a few dollars, Eric Pettipiece, Akatsuka, over 80 strikeouts last year. Let's take a look at the actual numbers for 87 strikeouts for him last season. 45 for Aiden Ryan. Pettipiece, I'm looking at 39. Pettipiece had the second most strikeouts for a reliever in the CBL last year. So, and I'm sure we'll get up to that $1,000 number again this year for a good cause.
I'm sure Cam's okay with forking out the money for it.
Oh, yeah. We see him at the games regularly, so.
Julian Monks, we're back to the top of the order, and a shortstop. This will be a 6-3 put out. And this game zipping on by so far. So quickly, 2 up, 2 down for the Barnstormers. Top of the 3rd, down by a run. And this will bring up the center fielder, Austin Gurney, who's 0 for 1.
Oh, I think that Monk's coming up now, actually, though. That was Mackey that grounded out.
Oh, was that Mackey? Oh, yeah, pardon me.
One hitter now, top of the order. Monk's getting the start at shortstop today. Green on the bench.
It's one batter away.
So it's the versatility. We talked about a little bit of that with the Barnstormers this year. Julian Monks has played, I think, second, third, and short in 3 games. So, and then I guess we'll talk. I don't know if we'll get into it 2 outs here, but there was some good news and bad news on the Division II baseball front. The bad news is Grand Valley State lost in the Super Regionals, as we hear another ground ball. It's going to be a tough play. He is safe at first.
Just
good
made it around the tag. Nice speed.
So Division II, Grand Valley had a 2 out of 3 game series against U-Indy in the Super Regionals. The winner of the series would move on to the Final 8, the College Baseball World Series for Division II. The bad news is Grand Valley State lost. The good news is Evan Morrison's season is over.
Good for us.
He's graduated. He was Player of the Year in the GLIAC conference, and I would imagine he'll be back sooner rather than later.
Good. That's going to be a huge shot in the arm for the Barnstormers. Hi to Stephanie Muir. Hi, Steph. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
Yep,
wonderful, wonderful human being.
Said she was at the cage tonight. Said she'd definitely be tuning in. There's a bunt.
Oh, dropped by the pitcher. Nice. So the inning continues for the Barnstormers.
Tried to barehand that one. That's a tough play. We saw that actually last year, the bunts against Fernando Rodney last year during the game. Mm-hmm. He had some trouble handling it, but Gurney looks like he can handle that bat pretty well.
That was a beautiful bunt.
You can see where that third baseman was playing. He was off the bag and deep. I'm sure Gurney was probably looking for a little bit more down the line, but it still worked. And we'll see if Mickey can get his second hit of the game here and maybe drive in a run.
So runner in scoring position here for the Barnstormers. And this is the guy you want up in this situation. Down by a run, 1-0 Hamilton. Good pitch there for Adamas, and Faguta just didn't bite.
Good speed on the bases. Monk's on second. Gurney on first. Single should score Monk's pretty much anywhere to the outfield.
Good opportunity here for the Barnstormers.
He hung one up there, but
good movement.
Mickey just ducked underneath it. Wasn't expecting that breaking ball. So now he's got a battle. Maybe choke up a little bit and just maybe try and slash one in the right field like he did last time.
Definitely a fan favorite since day one of this baseball team. Facuda, good opportunity here, but down 0-2, and he got fooled on that pitch. And he swings and misses, and that's going to do it for the Barnstormers, top of the 3rd. So they leave 2, and to the bottom of the 3rd we go to Arbor Stadium in Hamilton. It's still a 1-0 lead for the Cardinals. So still very close game up there tonight.
Still in it. I think we're going to wave Ed in here for the bottom of the 3rd. I want to get him to get a good look at Thibaut Mercadier and that breaking ball from a good angle and get some insight of Thibaut when we come back.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll hear from Ed Myers. He's coming up. It's Barncast Episode 1 for 2026.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
Welcome back to the Barncast, and we have brought a Hall of Famer on with us. About time we did. Ed Myers with us. Mike Renier along with Dan Dominguez. Bottom three in Hamilton.
Carlos Dominguez leading things off. Struck out looking his first time. And then this is probably your first look, Ed, at Thibaut McCartier.
Yeah, first time I've seen him, other than the tape I saw last year when after they signed him. And he... tall guy. Looks like he has a really good breaking ball.
Getting some time on the chat. Yeah, there's more than a couple. There's a couple that we know of. Who's that? Elbmek? I'm not sure who that is, but oh, that Kemble. I know on the box score, there's a couple of errors on the box score over my right shoulder. I didn't take a good look at the one behind me right away, but.
Greg is from a baseball family from Chatham.
Yep.
Dad, Graham. I coach Graham. Coach Greg.
And see Thibaut missing down and away early on.
Yeah.
Earlier he was missing up a little bit. This is the first time where we've been seeing missed fastball down and away, just kind of pulling it down. And it's same spot.
Yanked that one.
4 pitches and a leadoff walk.
Yeah.
And that's some speed now on the base pass with Dominguez.
Now you got Tyler Duncan coming up.
20 stolen bases for Carlos Dominguez last year. So definitely a threat now, and also a big hitter in Duncan.
Duncan can hit for sure.
He hit a really good pitch for a single in the first inning and scored the only run. Stole second and came around on after a wild pitch and a single. So they're going to try and get something on the ground here, but he's got to throw strikes. Adames has been really strong for Hamilton, keeping the Barnstormers at bay. So we got to see if Thibaut can find the zone here as Oda sets up outside. Strike.
Bunt.
Interesting.
Yes, he said he went. Had to be. I don't think it was a strike.
Unless it was a call. We've seen the zone kind of floating a little
Yeah.
bit.
Set it back up to Hamilton, cable 14.
What his manager tells him, and it's all, it's all about the team, and it's all about, bringing runs across. They're already up. Why not try and bring more across here?
Yeah, and in talking with Bernardo ahead of the game last Friday, he said he's completely unafraid. Doesn't really want to have an offensive philosophy he sticks to. We'll see if some small ball works here.
Yeah,
running
nice
into the
throw.
out.
Exactly. Beautiful throw.
There. Dominguez got a good jump, was flying, but just unable to slide in there before the throw came in. That's a good throw by the catcher.
That was massive. The big speed from Dominguez. Now you knock him off the base pass, and you start over. 1 out, and still very much a tough task here. And Tyler Duncan, the number 2 hitter for the Cardinals, 1-1.
The single season CBL
on this season tonight, or on this game tonight.
We saw it in the postseason, too. Just a devastating arm back there catcher. He can play third base and left field, too, so we know he's got a cannon, and he was up to the task there. Good runner against a good catcher. That's an exciting play.
Yeah, you like the best matchups in the sport. You certainly see him there, and obviously if Tyler Duncan's involved in it, it's one of the better matchups. You're going to see Duncan trying to work his way back into the count. It is a 1-2 count for Duncan now. Number 5 digging in at the dish. It is 1 out here for the Cardinals as they lead things against Chatham-Kent here at home. It is 1-0 in the bottom of the third. The pitch comes into Duncan. Ooh. Wow, what a job of staying away from that one. That's as close as they come, and that's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a strike in some leagues.
Yeah, it was a strike earlier today even.
Yeah.
But as you always say, it wasn't a strike because...
And the umpire said it was a ball.
That's right.
Ernie Hartwell.
So 2-2. We'll see if they can finish off Tyler here. Tyler Duncan of the Hamilton Cardinals.
From the far, far right side of the rubber here. We'll see how that has an impact on Duncan. Obviously, the lefty at the dish, and he's able to get one. Sneaks it past the shortstop, and Duncan picks up another hit. He is 2 for 2 on the day.
That's just a tough break for the Barnstormers and Mercadier. You had the count in your favor. You got that kind of call that was a little bit questionable, and he just took it the other way. That's just what an amazing hitter does.
Left it out there. And, of course, he went the other way with it, which is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, Riggs. I see Riggs on the chat. I'm not playing right field for Hamilton. That's Carlos Dominguez. No relation.
Scott Curry. Hello to you, Scott, tuning in tonight. TD Wealth Management, one of the greatest guys you'll meet, too. So, Scott, thanks for tuning in tonight.
We'll definitely have to get him over here on one of those 6 Barncasts we have this season. He's definitely one we'll have to have out. There's a slow bouncer.
Checks on Duncan at second.
Duncan just has the wheel, so we beat that one second base.
So they move the runner up, but they do get that important second out here, bottom of the third.
Who is playing short?
Monks is playing short today.
Monks, okay.
So I'm pretty sure he's played second, third, and short already.
He told me that the first day. He said he was a middle infielder, and guys say that now. That means second, short, third. It's not what I thought was middle infielder, but that's the way they float around now.
Green not in the lineup and maybe not with the team today, just dealing with some family stuff, it sounds like. But he'll be back. And then, obviously, Evan Morrison. Morrison coming back. If they would have won that series, he probably would have missed upwards of 10 games, almost a quarter of the season. But being upset by Indy today in the Super Regionals, he'll be back missing only 3 games, with tomorrow being, I'm not going to say a likely rain out, but tune in to those social media sites you've seen that Cole putting up there, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Joanne wants to hear from you on those socials.
Should send a limo to the Detroit bridge or tunnel and get Morrison home for tomorrow night. Tell him we're waiting for him. Grand Rapids isn't that far from Detroit.
Nope, yep.
Good fastball there from Mercadier.
They were hosting that Super Regionals as the 1 seed, and actually a 7 seed got them. So a 7 seed moving on to the College World Series, the D2 World Series, is kind of an upset that they were able to get out of that.
You never
region.
know, yeah.
So 0-2, let's see what he can do whatever he wants with them here now, Ed. Drop that curveball in there or maybe chase a fastball out of the zone. Looks like he's going up.
Yeah, wasted one.
Yeah, a little bit too much up high, but maybe he's trying to set him up for that
come down.
Uncle Charlie coming.
Lower left ankle.
Yeah.
Kerry Carlton. Graduated from Grand Valley State, too. Local basketball star, daughter Bridget.
Tough grounder. Ooh, played the short hop, Mackey. And look at this run's going to come in now because Mackey let that ball play him. If he charges that ball, it's an easy flip, but he let this 5-hopper come and get him, and it just ate him up.
Should have kept going toward the ball.
Yeah. Because even if he comes and charges it, knocks it down, it's still only a 10-foot flip. Let's see if we get a better look at that. He's playing back at the dirt, but right there it's all over. He stopped, and he got the in-between hop, and then no one there to pick up the loose ball. And
ball ate him up.
Duncan read that ball well and scored pretty easy. So an unearned run there goes against Tebow, and now it's also going to add a few pitches to his pitch count.
Yeah, tough break for the Barnstormers there, down by 2 now.
Big swing. Can't afford to do that in this league. Free runs, walks, and errors. You just can't afford to do it.
Nope. That's why I keep harping about the pitchers getting ahead of the batters. It's so obvious, even tonight, you want to throw your pitch on key ball strike situations, not the pitch that the batter wants you to throw.
There's another
Nice,
pitch.
great movement.
Mackey getting his first start of the season, of the regular season, over at second base. With Groening moving over to third, his first start at third base for young Andy Groening. So a little different look infield for Chatham-Kent today. We'll see if the 0-2 pitch he almost hit him. He tried to get hit by that one.
That was close.
I'm sure he'd like to have that one again because that pitch wasn't coming very hard. That's not going to do a lot of damage.
That's when your shoulder drops down and toward the ball.
And what did he do on that curveball? It just slip out of his hand, or?
Yeah, it didn't. It released too soon. Wasn't able to pull it through.
Let's see if he does it again.
1-2
that
pitch,
time
good
he got
movement.
him.
Strike three, nice.
I'll do it. Are we still on? Or
Yeah, we can stay this.
Oh, yeah.
Show us on that web.
Basically, for all of you who've played ball, you realize that there's different varieties of curveballs. But theoretically, the good curveball, you're letting it come off the middle finger. Your index finger is putting very little pressure on it. But if you don't pull the ball down, the ball will fly out here. And so that pitch, obviously he let it go here, and it has no chance of being a strike. And you saw the ensuing pitch. He got through the ball, and the ball comes off the index finger, and it rolls either straight down or slightly across. And again, when you look at guys who throw curveballs, depending on their pressure point and the area of the release, they do different things. But a lot of rotation means the ball will break sharper and further, and you can throw at various speeds. So it's a very effective pitch, but just don't let it go too soon.
How about that cold weather? Is that going to be a factor as well?
Yeah, because the seams aren't going to be the rotation isn't as effective going through cold air as it is warm air. It's like a knuckleball, or a fork finger or fork splitter, sort of thing. You want the ball to be held up. You don't want it to rotate when you're throwing a splitter or a knuckleball. You want the ball to flutter, and you want the atmosphere to move the ball. It does it for you. And again, guys who've pitched, there's 100 different ways to throw a changeup, split finger, you name it, circle change. There's many of them, and your release point will indicate which way the ball will go.
And it looks like Tebow's got some pretty good RPMs on that. Earlier, before you walked in, that's a second-looking strikeout for Nichols.
Yeah.
The first one looks like it might have went around the plate, but he got the benefit of the doubt on that call because he hit Oda right where he was.
Yeah.
He's definitely got some spin on that ball.
So we're back to the top of the fourth in Hamilton. Again, it's the Enyo Pest Advisors Barncast, the first of the second season. Mike Renier along with Dan Dominguez. He is at Myers. Peter Cobb is in the building now, too. So now we have another Hall of
Nothing
Famer.
but Hall of Famers.
Just Hall of Famers everywhere.
Also known as Ty Cobb.
We'll talk with Pete a little bit. Again, the 2-0 lead for the Hamilton Cardinals. Our first of 6 Barncasts in the 2026 season. Again, thanks very much to Enyo Pest Advisors for making this happen. Bringing you some road games. And thanks very much to Cable 14 in Hamilton for letting us peer in.
Good pitch. Feels like we're slacking here, Mike. We got Hall of Famers already in. We got broadcaster, future Hall of Famer running the show here.
Cole Dupuis, yeah.
Anyways, we got some more score. Oh, look at Cam Bayshard chiming in. Thanks to Cam and Enyo and also those donating for the strikeouts. He's hoping for a 3-1. You might check the score there, Cam. We'll give Cam another guess because unfortunately we're down 2-0, Cam. So I think that we set it for about 8:45. So another 15 minutes or so to get your final guesses in.
You had one job, Cam.
Well, the first one was sponsoring us. That was job one.
Yeah,
as the speed goes down. That was job 2, but a strikeout there. That's Barrett's second strikeout. But you have until about 8:45 to get those guesses in. If you can guess the score correctly of tonight's game, you'll get 2 general admission tickets to a game sometime this season at the Fergie Jenkins Field. And then, speaking of games, there's the makeup game, Mike.
Yeah, that was just announced about 3 or 4 hours ago. So with the rain out on this past Tuesday, 2 clubs not wasting any time getting a new date. So that's June 2nd, a Tuesday night. That's going to happen at Fergie Jenkins Field, 7 o'clock, I believe.
7:30.
7:30.
7:35. I think it's news to Ed. He said he looked pretty surprised.
I'm doing my calendar in my head here.
What are you doing June 2nd, Ed Myers?
The Hall of Fame meeting, I know.
So make sure that's part of your plans. June 2nd, that's the makeup night against the London Majors. And we'll have it for you on Barnstormers TV as well.
Adamas just looking dialed in. There's those social media follows there. Oh, there's a nice hit to left. Is that going to get down? Nope.
Yeah.
Line out to left.
I was going to mention, too, Mike, that Cam Bayshard has attended CKSS.
Good man. Good man.
Thought he would pass that along.
So we've got 3 quality Golden Hawks from CKSS. Well, 2 of them. And then there's me on top of that. So I don't know if I'm quality or not. But
Peter Cobb was a CCI Cougar.
And proud to be one.
But his brother and daughters attended CKSS.
Adamas is just dotting that one right now.
Ball's moving a little bit, too. It's like he's letting it go, so it's coming back across the plate.
Oof. That one bottom just fell out. There's Cam. Cam's looking for a comeback. Thanks, Cam.
3-2. That is still possible.
Yeah.
But Adamas pitching very, very well for the Cardinals so far here tonight. 3 2/3.
3 hits for the Barnstormers, all singles. 1, 2, 3 strikeouts so far. Make that 4.
He's just cruising.
We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th. Hamilton leads 2-0.
Getting the home and home, we think, between the Barnstormers and the Cardinals tonight up in Hamilton. Tomorrow night scheduled for Fergie Jenkins Field for the back half of the home and home, but the weather has not looked good for tomorrow, and it hasn't looked good for a few days now, so we'll see.
So be sure to follow all those social media. As soon as the Barnstormers know, you'll know if we're going to play that one. So follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You've seen some I saw the guys dancing here in the field house on social media the other day.
Yeah.
So, the social media gang doing a great job. Joanne doing
She's doing a fantastic job.
Great work with the club. Her first year with the club. So getting to see the personalities of these guys. These guys really, we can all to attest to that. We saw them over at Mike's place during the rain out the other night. There had to have been probably a dozen of them, I think.
Oh yeah, they stick pretty close together, which is a good sign.
I know we got a lot of out-of-towners on this team, but yeah, the fact that they want to kind of hang out together and guys from literally all over the world kind of banding together and getting along.
Well, maybe they just came because they knew that we would be there.
Yeah.
That was it.
Peter
Cobb
can
be an attraction.
To royalty, yeah. The Chatham-Kent royalty.
People go where Peter Cobb goes.
So
That's just how it happens.
McCartier back out for the 4th inning. See if I can find a pitch count on him here while we watch him warm up.
Very composed young man, Mercadier. Gotten into a couple of jams in the first 3 innings, but
yeah, an unearned run cost him a little bit there. Looks like the box score might be having some issues, so we'll see how that goes. It still has us in the not quite updated quite yet, so we'll check back with that later on. Again, thanks to Enyo Pest Advisors, being our sponsor for the 2026 season. 6 broadcasts, 3 for the Hamilton games and 3 for the Welland games. Will be somewhere in Chatham-Kent, probably in the field house at Fergie Jenkins Field. Looks like McCartier's got a little notepad in his hat there. We haven't seen that. He looked at he had the notes in his hat. He took a little peek, so that's good to see that we're doing some maybe some pre-scouting on some of these guys.
6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Cardinals here. Bottom 4, Guerrero, McGill, and Brown. And Angel Guerrero stepping in, bottom 4. Let's check in with Cable 14.
Takes a strike on the outside. Mercadier looking at things here. You see what he has been able to do. Again, for a player making his debut at this level of baseball, not for first time in pro baseball, but coming from the Frontier League, also having time in the French League, like you mentioned. We'll see how he feels tonight. And that ball is hit to the second baseman. Struggled with the last one hit to him. This time makes a clean play, throw over to first base, and it is a relatively quick out. Now McGill, the catcher, coming up here.
And that's exactly where Mercadier wants to put that curveball. It's got that sharp two-plane kind of 12-6 movement, and you see it kind of fall out of the sky there. It was definitely below the zone by the time Guerrero swung at it. He thinks he's getting a pitch in his wheelhouse, but then he just beats it into the ground. And I'm pretty sure that's what Mercadier was trying to do to Duncan. The last curveball he gave him hung in a little bit, but again, to a lefty, it's a fine line you're walking. You don't want to hang that pitch, but he put it in a great spot to Guerrero right there.
No, you certainly don't want to do that. You see McGill digging in here at the dish. This is another player making not his debut game. He's gotten in a couple so far here, but this is a player with his debut season. Certainly some older players in this league. He's on the other side of things, just 24 years old, so it'll be interesting to see how his pro ball experience gets started. This is a guy who had a nails college career, playing at a pretty notable program down in the States here. It'll be interesting to see how his pro
That pitch had a lot of movement there.
Got some bite in.
Yeah. I wonder what that was. Yeah, I went down in a hurry.
More of a slider as opposed to the curve.
Yeah.
Ahead in the count quickly.
McGill flew out the center his last time and
I got
that one.
Bottom's just dropping out of these pitches.
Looks like it might be a split finger or a hard slider. Hard to tell because we haven't seen him throw.
Yeah, they did talk about his pitch mix early in the game. I didn't hear splitter. I don't know if you caught it, Mike, or not,
it's moving. It's going straight down, so you can do it with a slider, but it's got to be really.
I don't know if we have an update on how many strikeouts he has tonight, but he's got at least 6.
3. That was number 5.
That was 5. Okay.
He's got 2 looking and 3 swinging now. Giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. The Mackey error cost him a run. This one's up the middle. That's going to be a tough play.
Yeah, that's 3.
Slow roller, but just found a good spot. So that's 2 hits now for the 8-hitter, Brown, both to center field.
So now the number 9 hitter comes up for the Hamilton Cardinals, and Yoki Pena trying to keep their inning going. Bottom 4, as you see the replay, and just that slow chopper up the middle.
Even if he comes up with that, he's not throwing him out.
Yeah, seeing eye ground ball, just perfectly placed. And I'm glad to see that Mackey hung in there second time around. And we say, look how old Mackey is back. He hung in there like a trooper and fielded the ball very successfully.
Again, not getting a lot of reps early on in the season at second base. Yeah. He's going to be more of a coming off the bench guy.
That diamond looks kind of soggy and shaggy too, the infield.
Yeah, I'm sure it's still dealing some wet fields. Those rollers early in the season, that thick grass is going to slow it down.
Oh, yeah, and it's not taking a true roll. They go zigzag, a lot of them.
So see if they test Oda here again. Brown's got some speed.
Got a good lead.
That's up in the air to left center. Should be the left field there. We just can't see it.
There we go. Pan over.
Yep.
That's he got it.
Who was that in left? That's Grayson making the catch.
So 4 innings done. Up at Arbor Stadium in Hamilton. The Barnstormers hanging in there, still down by a couple of runs, 2-0, as we now go to the 5th inning. But so far, his debut for the Barnstormers, Mercadier's really hanging in there, looking pretty good.
Yeah. What do you think so far, Ed?
Oh, he looks impressive. And again, he throws his curveball and breaking pitches with authority. And he sort of sets them up in various situations and moves the ball around. He's been ahead of most batters, and equals success if you're a pitcher, and that's what we've been looking for.
So you got 7 minutes left, as you see on the screen there, to maybe win 2 home tickets to the Barnstormers at Fergie Jenkins Field, thanks to Enyo Pest Advisors. Again, we want your predictions of the final score, and if you get it exactly right, you will perhaps win 2 tickets to see a home game at Fergie Field. If more than one get the same correct final score, then we'll do a draw. But there is that. So you have until 8:45. So now about 6+ minutes to get your guesses in.
And only one guess per customer, too. You can't change
That's
it
right.
now that once you're in there. And then we got another feature from Enyo.
The T-shirt toss at Fergie Jenkins Field, your chance to win. So every home game, which could be tomorrow night, maybe, we'll see from Mother Nature, but the Wildest Fan T-shirt toss, courtesy of
That's a
Enyo.
tough righty there, Ed. You don't know which slot the ball's coming
No,
from on
that'd be
that
really.
one.
I wouldn't want to be batting his head.
Got
Where's the ball coming out?
a couple of slots. Looks like he might be like two hands, could go either way, righty or lefty.
Hats off to the graphic designer there.
Huh.
And then there's another special from Enyo Pest Advisors. $280. Hit that QR code. June and August applications for all the spider and ants. You can get the sprays, $280 plus HST. All the information over there on enyo.ltd. And they'll take care of you for the summer bug season.
As we get ready to go back to Arbor Stadium in Hamilton, 4 innings complete. Barncast number 1 in our second season. Somehow they brought us back once again. So I guess we impressed somebody in season 1. Thank you for tuning in and making this happen. Thanks to Enyo very much.
Yep, we'd like to see the chat up there too. Tell us where you're watching the Barnstormers. I know there's some people at the stadium. I saw Neil Srivastava from the stadium watching from Bernie Arbor, checking out our Barncast as well. And Ann Lear, we see, she's one of the top fans of the CBL. There's a chopper to shortstop. Let's see. Oh, tough hop.
That ate him up.
Got a nice little bounce there.
Wow, nice recovery.
Stayed with it.
Yep. So that was, who's that? Nichols at shortstop. Got that tough little lip hop you get at a lot of the stadiums, but got a fortunate hop. It kind of bounced right into his hands as we get another look at it. That third hop came up, and he was able to barehand it for the first out.
4 1/3, and just the breaks not quite going Chatham-Kent's way just yet. Still a long way to go.
They've gotten the leadoff hitter out in all 5 innings so far, so that's a pitcher's favorite thing, getting out number 1.
Oh yeah, yep. Get that first out at of the inning. You're in an advantage for sure. It's like throwing the first pitch for a strike or first being ahead of all of the batters. You're now in control.
Bottom drops out of that one. Adamas still looking really good.
He's had great control. 4 1/3 in.
Yep, 3 hits for Chatham-Kent. Monks, Gurney, and Fukuda with singles.
That one came close to hitting him in the foot there. But
only 1 runner for CK getting the second base so far. Looks like they called one of those an error, so only 2 hits for Chatham-Kent. Looks like Gurney's they called an error back in the 3rd inning. I know Dom Donnell has a lot of hopes for this guy right here, Constantino, as he strikes out. Got off to a slow start last season and came around. Still, 21 years old, 22, somewhere in that
young guy. Yeah, young guy from Ottawa.
Played at Carleton in the OUA?
He did. In his only year he attended MAC, he was in the Canadian final, and I think he hit 400 and something in the
tournament
series.
MVP, if I'm not mistaken. Had the big hit in the finals.
Nice, solid player, quiet, soft-spoken guy.
Took him a little while to get going, but I think he finished the year with 4 homers. There's a laced line drive to left field.
Yep.
2 hits for Mackey tonight.
First hit for Mackey. He grounded
was it
the
first one? Oh, pardon
time,
me.
But
right.
Mackey is back on first
Mackey
base.
is back. He's our man.
And he said he's can see in the ball a little better this year. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. But
interesting conversation.
He's seeing the ball better. Let's just put it that way. So he really, and we saw that during the spring. Limited spring, obviously, in the CBL. But even on some of the outs, they were loud outs. And I know I watched the London game. He hit probably 2 of the hardest balls of that game. And he's only got 1 or 2 at-bats this year, but only in our 3rd game now. There's another line shot right center field. Let's see if Mackey should stay there. Dominguez got a big arm. If you remember last year, Mickey got thrown out at 3rd base by about 8 steps.
Yeah.
Second hit for Monks. I think I got that right. Second hit for Julian Monks again.
Well, Mackey's a valuable guy in our lineup because he can play absolutely everywhere. In fact, the trivia question last week, the first win was Mackey in relief.
His first save in Barnstormers history.
Save, I'm sorry, yes.
Back on, there's return of the Mac Riggs up on the feed. Yeah, we haven't seen Mackey pitch much, but yeah, he got save on opening night when we didn't know who was who.
No, we were trying to figure out who all the players were at that time.
So second time Chatham's had a runner in scoring position, so let's see if they can cash here with the two-hitter Gurney. He had a long home run on opening day in that 16-2 rout of Guelph. And that pitch, that's a nice pitch. He's got that little slide piece, I guess, or what is?
I'm trying to figure out what it is. He's turning it over somehow. It's either that circle change coming out like a Scroogey, or he is simply throwing a fastball and letting it falls out. Yeah, definitely get the Scroogey action.
Ooh, off his foot. Off his foot.
They hurt,
especially in the cold weather, right?
That's.
And whenever you wear that guard, it usually finds a way to miss that
guard. Never hits
a
guard,
right?
Yeah. Never hits a guard.
Good to see him back up quickly.
He's got the hoodie on there, too, so he's dealing with the cold.
Ready for anything.
He's a BC boy, so maybe this cold weather, he's not.
Welcome to the Canadian North, Hamilton, Ontario.
So now he's going to have to find a way. He's still down on that bat. You can see the pinky finger laying over the bat, so he's using every inch of that bat.
Norm Cash grip. For you people who remember Norm Cash.
Fly ball. Let's see if this can drop. Center field. Duncan's there.
Hung up.
So we're trying to chip away at him. Unsuccessful so far. Still down 2-0.
4.5 done. Bernie Arbor Stadium in Hamilton. And a 2-0 lead for the Hamilton Cardinals. A rematch of the first round of the postseason last year, where the Cardinals won in 4 games, 3 games to 1. And kind of a memorable series last year, ending the season for the Barnstormers, but they got their first ever playoff win. And some wild games back to end the season in August last year. So Barnstormers trying to get over 500 for the first time this season, 1-1 coming into tonight. And we're going to the bottom of the 5th inning in Hamilton. And again, start of a home-and-home series. We're really being optimistic that we can get in the game tomorrow night.
It'll be sunny and clear tomorrow night.
Yeah.
7:35.
You are the only person that is saying that.
Might be sunny and clear somewhere, but I don't know if this could be sunny and clear
7 o'clock tomorrow.
7:05 on a Saturday. Yeah.
Sorry.
The weekday games are 7:35.
Mike's closes at 1 tomorrow.
Okay. And what time of our Sunday games this year? Are they 1 or 2? 1 o'clock this season on our Sunday afternoon games.
We've had some warm ones.
And you saw earlier Cole had the makeup day against the London rainout we had last week. I think it was June 2nd, yeah. Tuesday, June 2nd.
Tuesday.
June 2nd going down at
there it is there.
7 p.m.?
7:35.
7:35.
We're getting the times all wrong here tonight.
So if you held tickets to that game, hang on to them. So the May 19th, or whatever the tickets for that rainout, they're going to be good for that day too. Same with your food vouchers if you have that. So the May 19th ones will carry over to June 2nd. London Majors coming to town. Then there's the Barncast broadcast, Mike.
There we go. So the next one is going to be June 18th. Again, we're covering the games on the road in Welland and in Hamilton. So they will be taking on the Jackfish on the 18th of June. That's going to be our next Barncast right here at Fergie Jenkins Field. And there you see the rest of them there, too. Thibaut Mercadier back on the mound for his 5th inning of work. And so far, pretty good performance, 4 innings in for Mercadier.
What we need from him is we've had some solid pitchers in Chatham as he kind of fakes the bunt. We haven't had that ace. I think we can safely say in the first 2 years. We've had some good pitching, but not that shutdown guy, that Friday night pitcher, as they say in college baseball, right? You need that Friday night pitcher.
Start a streak or end a losing run, either way, and that's what you need, the stopper.
And that looks like he went on that one. He did.
Yeah. Bottom again, dropped right out of that one for Mercadier.
He's got a lot of movement on that breaking ball.
Top of the order, Dominguez, then Duncan and Herman. 1, 2, 3 in the order.
Looks like he varies at speeds a bit, too, with the curveball. Not throwing it all at one speed. Looks like he takes a little off.
Just like that, right?
Yep.
Oh, he thought he had strike 3. Someone's going to have to tell him it's only 1 and 2. As he gives the my bad. lost count. He thought he had strike one on that fake bunt, I think, but he never. They said he pulled it back on the first pitch. So 1-2. So
get him this pitch.
McCartier is going to have to regroup here, and looks like he's got him off balance with the off-speed pitch. So will he go to the well one more time or get a fastball in there?
He probably should still nibble.
See if he chases.
Yep.
Up and in. Going to do a check the first base. Nope.
No, did not go.
That's one of the ones he sort of left out.
Yeah, Dominguez went down looking his first at bat, and then walked his second at bat, and was caught stealing as Oda gunned him down. Got to keep his speed off the base path. We get another quick look at that check.
He
held it.
Yeah.
Oh, look out!
And it got him.
That's a
Plunked
mistake.
him on the shoulder. That's a rough one. A leadoff hit batsman from Mercadier. That will put the speedy Dominguez on the base pass for Hamilton to lead off the bottom of the fifth. Now, they did throw him out in a stealing attempt earlier in the game.
Slipped out.
Yeah, just slipped out of his hand, didn't get a grip. And we've seen that a few times with Mercadier, and you talked about even that cold weather, maybe not getting the grip, the grip you want to feel on it. So we'll see if the defense can try and bail them out. We looked at Duncan one time, tried to square around his last time up. So previous MVP looking to sacrifice the runner over last time around. We'll see what he does this time. He's on 2 for 2 with 2 runs. So Tyler Duncan 2, Chatham-Kent Barnstormers 0 so far.
Back to Cable 14 for a bit.
Not enough yet, but you would think you'd love the lefty-lefty matchup with Duncan, but instead it is the righty, Mercadier, who stays in to face him. We'll see how this at-bat starts. Dominguez is going. Duncan squaring to bunt. Dominguez was bluffing. He's back to first, and with the ball dropped, could have got in there for sure. Not sure if that was just a bluff or if he didn't like the jump he got, but Duncan was squaring to bunt. Again, a little curious to see Tyler Duncan. Not that he's a stranger to small ball, but the way he's been swinging the bat tonight, you would want to see a world where maybe he's a little more free swinging, or at
halfway
least
between the base there, halfway between first and second.
That was a bit of a gift for Chatham-Kent there.
Sounds like we got a lefty up in the pen that they, I don't know if it's Pettipiece or Cat. Am I missing anybody? I think that's the only lefties we currently have until we get Brito.
Depending on, our
Brito's still not around.
2 hands.
There's it's true.
Good pitch there for Mercadier.
I'm still uncomfortable. I don't know what to call some guy who throws with both hands.
He's a righty that occasionally goes lefty.
Switch pitcher.
Yeah.
I would imagine it'd be. We haven't seen Cat Marin yet this season.
No.
And there's Consta Carico, I think, walking out of the locker room there. I believe I saw in the background of our screen.
On this, sir.
Yeah. Our Finnish pitcher, who we've yet to see in regular season play. So there's a chance he could be up for today. You can see he's a little bit of action out in the background. We can't quite make out any figures out there down the first baseline. So it's a big at-bat here, eh, Mike?
Yeah, it is. 2-1 to Duncan.
Up a little later on in this inning, so maybe you try to get through Duncan here, and then you'd see the lefty for Feliz. That one, watch your lips. It's right past the starting pitcher. Dominguez is going to turn around second. He's going to go. The throw is coming into third. He'll be safe. Duncan getting greedy, taking the extra bag, and he has the pop-up slide into second. I don't know if you get a double celly on that one, but he'll take it.
That's a rough one for the Barnstormers. Now second and third. And nobody out. And again, not a ball that was very hardly hit by Duncan, just right up the middle.
Right up the middle, but probably an ill-advised throw to third base. I don't think he was very close. Dominguez is speedy. That grass ate up that ball.
Yeah, didn't even get to him.
And like I said, safe easily. And now Duncan moves up to second base with nobody out, and that's going to force the infield in.
Yep.
Chatham can't afford to give up any more runs. We'll see if we get any visits from Harry Muir now. Looks like there's someone that might, I don't know if that's the end of Mercadier. We don't have a look on the mound. Looks like that might be a pitching change now, the way we're talking with the delay.
Yep.
Yep, and there's Cat Marin coming in for his first appearance of 2026. Marin's a solid pitcher. He has the stuff that plays. When he throws, I guess you can say this about any pitcher, Ed. When he throws strikes, he does well. When he has one walk or no walks in an appearance, has an ERA under 3 and a whip in the low ones with about a strikeout an inning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just when he starts putting guys on, you get yourself into trouble, and then it just takes a little dink or a dunk here, and all of a sudden it's a big inning.
Well, that's the age-old question, right? When you talk to a pitcher, they say, "What can I improve on?" Well, you throw more strikes. It sounds so simple, and again, it's the nature of the game, and you, if you're pitching, should be able to throw a strike when required, and until you do, you might run into some problems.
There's some big pants on Cat Morin. Jeez, got those Babe Ruth baggy ones going on.
But really, for Thibaut Mercadier, it was not a bad effort tonight for the Barnstormers. He was not hit hard by any stretch of the imagination.
Threw a lot of strikes, good breaking ball, good mixing of the pitches.
I mean, we saw 3 or 4 kind of seeing eye singles up the middle. Just couldn't knock him down. A big error cost us a run in the 3rd inning. And now hit by pitch when he thought he had him struck out because he forgot the count, ended up hitting him with the curveball. And then Duncan just finds a way. He just 3 for 3. You know what I mean? Tyler Duncan, just one of the best players in this league every year. MVP just 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, Mercadier is going to be a really good addition to this starting rotation this year. Just not getting the breaks tonight in 4+ innings pitched. And he gives way to Cat Morin coming into the bottom of the 5th here. 2 on and nobody out, and those 2 in scoring position, as you see there. Darlene Herman, number 3 hitter in the order, coming in for the Hamilton Cardinals. And he can inflict some damage here. Great opportunity for Hamilton. 2-0 as we bring it back to Cable 14.
Starting rallies with base hits, he was just in the middle of everything here for the Hamilton Cardinals, and what a big spot this would be to extend the lead here.
Yeah, certainly a big spot. Infield creeping in with the no outs here. You wonder how creative they can get. This is Friday night Cardinals baseball on Cable 14 and Cable14.com. Of course, want to welcome in your TV viewers watching in Chatham as well. I went to University of Windsor, so I'm sure there's a friend of mine or somebody who knows me from my school days watching there. Beautiful city, beautiful part of the province, and they're here in Hamilton tonight. And we see the new pitcher working in for the Barnstormers here, and getting some effective swing and miss on Herman there. Curveballs, it feels like it's been the pitch of the night, and you saw it there from Moran.
And I feel like for Moran, strike 1 was just so important there. A guy who has had the walk issues that he had. Just great to get ahead there. And then how about that backdoor breaking ball to a righty? That's a tough pitch to execute, but that was fairly well done there by him.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of confidence to throw that pitch in that spot. The infield is all the way in. All 4 infielders standing on the grass as there's no outs and runners on 2nd and 3rd. Tyler Duncan able to drive Dominguez over to 3rd there. Dominguez using the wheels to get himself into that spot. Cardinals looking to add to their 2-0 lead. We are in the bottom of 5 here at Bernie Arbor Memorial Stadium. Herman digs in, watching the pitch. Here it comes from Moran. Will he catch the bottom of the zone? He does not. And this is a patient at bat. You know, you mentioned how important it was for Moran to get ahead in the count. All of a sudden, it's even at 2-2 here.
And that ball wasn't totally well received by the catcher Ota there. It looked to be at least in the shadow of the plate, but he kind of received that one moving his glove downward, possibly gave the impression to home plate umpire Jeff Rose that it was farther away than it was.
Certainly appearing that way. Herman digging in, flicking the bat, waiting. Here comes the pitch from Moran. Looks to be outside. It is outside, and all of a sudden, we've got a full count. You want to talk about a focal point in the game? It's been a guy who's looked like a pretty dangerous hitter standing in the on-deck circle. You got runners at 2nd and 3rd. You got a Cardinals with a 2-0 lead here in the 5th inning, and you got a guy in Herman who's not hitting in the 3-hole because they don't trust him.
Big pitch here.
At the dish here. He's done a great job of working this count back to a full one after falling behind 0-2. Moran looking. He gets the sign. Here comes the delivery. And that ball is laced into the gap. Will it get there? Looks to be getting to the left fielder. It will. 1 run scores. Here comes Duncan around for the 3rd time tonight. Tyler Duncan is scoring, and the Cardinals have just doubled their lead. It is 4-0
you throw
here.
Balls 3 and 2. You got to come with a fastball over the heart of the plate, and their 3 hitters not going to make a mistake too often.
Came to him
and laced it in the left center. Let's see where it leaves this ball here.
Right down the middle of the plate.
Yeah. Did not miss. So a couple of RBIs for Herman. You see Dominguez and Duncan coming in, as they mentioned on Cable 14. 3 runs scored by Duncan alone. He scored 3 out of the 4 Cardinals runs. And now a 4-0 lead for Hamilton in their own park.
Either way, eventually CK's got to start getting some little bit more extra base power. We have a number of singles today, 4 singles it looks like, but a couple runners, but unable to catch with any of the big boppers so far.
My biggest fear is that since these guys have all come to Chatham, they've been watching the Tigers play, and the Tigers never score. And they modeled some of their hitting after my favorite Tigers. And,
6-game losing streak coming into tonight.
Yeah.
Good to see Stephanie Muir on the chat, the first lady of the
Chatham-Kent hi, Stephanie.
She's working the cage tonight, she said, and was going to tune in afterwards. So we'll definitely have her on a Barncast at some point this season.
Yeah, I hope to see her soon in Chatham.
Yep. And anyone else you want to see from the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers, mention on the chat some of the names you want to see in the hot seat. I think next inning we'll probably bring Mr. Cobb over, another Hall of Famer.
We've made him wait long enough, so we should bring Pete in here pretty soon.
Chomping at the bit. Somebody has to go over and book our reservation at Mike's.
Yeah, we don't have the refrigerator access in the locker room today, so the refreshments are sparse here in the clubhouse.
Cat Moran, the left-hander for the Barnstormers, coming in this 5th inning after 4+ from Thibaut Mercadier. It is Barnstormers' regular season debut, pitching pretty well.
His book is closed now, Mike. 4 runs, 3 of them earned. He did have 5 strikeouts, so decent effort. You know, going up against a good hitting team. Some preseason previews. I worked on the CBL podcast with the previews. I had Hamilton as a playoff team this year, so definitely they were 5th place last year, 6th place last year, 5th place, and beat us in a 4-game series. With Owen Boone, with Adames is a 1-2 punch. That's a formidable. Now they add Hector Yon, pitcher of the week in the CBL in week 1. That's a good 1-2-3 punch.
So a strikeout there, first strikeout of the night for Cat Moran as he punches out Anderson, Feliz, now Brandon Nickel.
That's a 6th strikeout for Barnstormer pitchers here today.
Have they established any kind of rotation, the Hamilton, in terms of starting pitchers?
Yeah, it looks like it's Boone, Yon, Adames. I believe, are they 1-1? I don't have the standings in front of me, but producer Cole's working on that. I'm a couple clicks away as well. I got it here too, Cole. Yeah, they are 1-1. They lost to Kitchener, and I can't recall who they beat, but they're 1-1. But Boone is the ace. He was both pitcher of the year and MVP last year.
Oh, yeah, he was really a great year.
And then Hector Yon, again, pitcher of the week in week 1, went 7 strikeouts, 5 innings at Toronto is who they beat in an 8-2 game. Yon is going to be a lot of fun when you see him. He dances off the mound, Ed, after if he gets a strikeout on strike 3. He's got, he comes skipping and jumping off that mound, so... There's a hard hit ball.
Ooh,
just past the diving third baseman, Andy Groening. Groening, I'm sure, with some PTSD diving at Bernie Arbor Stadium after that last year's playoff game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in foul territory, left field.
Yeah, kind of dove for a ball a little bit out of reach. There's Stephanie on the thing, but
that was early
really
in the game too, wasn't
it? His throwing shoulder, but
yeah,
had a really strong season. North Arkansas in junior college. And then coming back to the Barnstormers in his 2nd season now, and still doesn't turn 20 until July, I believe, the youngest player in the league.
I think he played most of his baseball in Chatham at third base.
Played in Leamington as well for the Lakers.
He went to Leamington High School, he told me when we were talking to him one day.
Went with my daughter.
Okay. He was born in Blenheim. They moved to Leamington, finished his high school in Leamington, and they moved back to Blenheim.
Yep, he's got some good friends, the Nelson family, kind of his second family in Leamington. Really good baseball family, a couple good pitchers in that family, as that one kind of shoots through the 5-hole Oda, and both runners advance on the wild pitch.
It's a tough inning for CK.
Didn't quite get down on that ball,
No.
Oda, and it just squirted through the pads.
He tried to catch it rather than let it hit him, bounce in front of him.
And now I would imagine they're coming back in, but the infield's playing back for the out. So interesting. Let's see if they cheat in on the pitch, but currently it looked like they were all going back.
They're back.
Yeah, first baseman looks like that's Groening in the background there. Going to sacrifice the run for the out. This time he did get that shoulder in there. So that was a little bit better job jumping out of the crouch. That was, a 55-footer, right, Ed?
That's right. That's the toughest one to block. And it's also coming it's a curveball.
Watch him
rotation.
Jump out of there.
Yeah, good. Block the ball first. Don't worry about catching it.
And Cat, he's going to hustle to the plate to cover up. So 2-1. First base is open. Lefty. I think it's a righty and McGill on deck. This is Angel Guerrero 0 for 2. There's a chopper, tough spot. Just going to have to eat that probably. Nice stretch, but he looks safe. That's a good effort by Monks at shortstop, but not quite the arm we saw last year over at shortstop.
No.
That might have had a chance for that. But an infield single puts the 5th run, Mike?
5-0 Hamilton. Get a great effort at short. And that throw was right on the money. And really only about a stride too late, yeah.
Not much you can do with that one. But if the infield's in, that probably ridden to left field. The single
would have bounded over top, probably.
Yeah. So they still have the runner on second base. Did he not even advance to third on that one? We'll have to see if the score bug is correct. The score bug currently has it first and second. We'll see if what we pick up on the camera for Cable 14. Looks like we might have a conference on the mound. I see Pettipiece in the background starting to move around. I don't know if he's just protecting the bullpen pitcher or not. I don't know if we can hear anything, Mike, on the announcer.
Play just found a hole, and they weren't necessarily crushing the ball. They weren't at their total best offensively.
This is a new pitcher. We got
they had a lot of runs to show for it that night, and it's the same deal again today. Sometimes you just can't control
either is he from Petrolia or Wyoming?
Right now.
I talked to him one night. I'm not sure where he's from.
Feel good the way this game is playing
out. Bo's fan club is watching in Petrolia, Ontario tonight.
Okay. You said you had some insight there, right, Mike?
My cousin said we're watching because Bo Buckley is my boss's son. So my cousin's boss's son is Bo Buckley, and so they're watching it.
Carry the two. Let's see where that is.
I just heard you talking when I came in. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah. She just texted me and said, we're watching you because, Bo Buckley is my boss's son. So he's in the game.
Have you been here to know what Bo Buckley's first name is? I think the rest of us know.
Peter.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
That's Celsius?
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah. When I told my daughter we got a player named Bo Buckley, she said two things. He either had to be a baseball player or a cattle farmer from the Midwest. So with that name, so he chose baseball player. So that's a good thing. So
good alliteration.
Only a third of an inning for Cat. He got a strikeout. He gave up 3 singles. Gave up a run. He's also responsible for the 2 base runners out there with still only 1 out. So Chatham in danger of this game getting away from them.
Bo was pitched 1 year for the London Majors 3 years ago.
He was 19 years old.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think it was 2021, if I'm not 21 or 22. He was on one of their championship teams.
I talked to him the night of our introduction to the fans. I hadn't seen him until that night and had a good conversation with him. We know a few common names from Wyoming because Wyoming-Chatham rivalry is pretty intense over the years. They play all the time together. Former principal of CK was one of the members of the Wyoming minor baseball.
Which one is that?
Trying to think of his name. Maybe Peter can remember. He's from the Sarnia area. He's from Petrolia. He is either the principal of Petrolia now or has retired as the principal of LCCVI. And oh boy, not coming to me right now.
So point streak has him from Wyoming, 5'10", 185. Back in 2021, one of the championship years for the London Majors, he pitched in 5 games, 5 innings, 9 strikeouts, 6 walks, but no hits. So that runner Nichols, you see still at second base. So Green threw it across the diamond, and the runner didn't move across. So as Bo gives him a look at second.
If Dan Kelly is watching right now, he'll know who that principal was at CK. Because I think he was principal when Dan Kelly was still the principal at McGregor. So, Dan, this is your big chance.
Got a lot of people watching, hopefully, on the Barncast. We've seen a few of you chiming in. I know Riggs watching the game. He was giving us a hockey update. I think he said Vegas was up 1-0 in the NHL. The down 1-0. Okay, my bad.
Another friend of mine, I don't know if he's watching tonight or not, but Tom Gibson, who lives up in the Sarnia, Wyoming area, he said that good friends of his, their son, plays with the Barnstormers, and that is Bo Buckley.
Ooh, that's a good pitch.
So because of Bo, he'll be down to watch a couple of Barnstormers games too.
It's amazing, the fan base. We saw people from coast to coast in Canada chiming in. We saw our old friend Mrs. Goodwin chiming in from Tennessee. The O'Connor Yokoyamas from a number of places in Quebec, and I think even in Florida.
In France.
France as well.
Yeah.
So
Vancouver Island.
Yep. So the Barnstormers has full count pitch coming. Really, their fans barnstormer all around the world as well.
Don't forget our friends in Ohio with chili.
Chili with the fried egg on top. Now, don't forget that, Mike. You got to put fried eggs on top.
I've never had it.
Big pitch.
I am definitely worth trying it. Sounds good to me.
Let's see if Bo can get a full count pitch.
3-2 pitch outside.
Runners were going too, so it could have got to strike him out, throw him out, but loads the bases with the walk. And 2 for 2, Jaden Brown coming to bat with some pop. So there we got Sue groaning on Andy's account. So she's using his YouTube. First time here. Hi, Andy's mom. Grew up playing first base. Yeah. And I know he had first team first baseman. I saw he had, I think, about 8 homers, if I'm not mistaken, Sue. And then I'm friends with the Sue. You'll know the Nelsons out of Leamington. I've known them for a number of years. Oh, look at the Kellys chimed in, Ed.
Greg Nemchuk. Thank you, Kelly.
Look at you. You're reaching everyone.
Yes.
Avril Kelly? Is that
That's Avril's wife.
Avril? Yeah.
No, good man, Kelly. He said he was going to be listening in, so I held him to his word.
Yeah.
Greg Nemchuk.
Thank all our viewers for tuning in for Barncast number 1 of 2026. Need a double play ball here, Ed.
We do.
Good pitch. Just missed it.
Bring her down.
Just missed it.
Always looked good during the spring training.
He did. He's strong. He's strong.
Yeah,
he throws
5'10".
hard.
He's not huge.
Yeah,
but yeah.
thick.
And there's the Nelsons. Yep. Need a ground ball to shortstop here. Popped them up. That should stay in the infield. So infield fly. Someone just got to cover home. Even now it's drifting foul, and Andy groaning. That's Owen Constantino coming in. Looked like the wind might have grabbed that, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was 4 infielders still coming in and still running until they got it towards home plate. So that's a big second out for the Barnstormers, trying to stop the bleeding here in this inning.
A lot of time those pop-ups, Ed, go back towards the infield when the catcher didn't really play that very well, to be honest with you. But this time it came back in.
He couldn't find it, yeah.
So
must be the wind. Because the ball, it's like hitting a 9-iron, right, in golf. The ball is coming backwards when you hit the bottom part of the baseball. Mm-hmm. It's spinning back toward the infield, so...
My 9-iron usually bounds 10 yards faster.
You got
up 20 yards
you
short.
Can't hit the ball in the middle. You got to hit toward the bottom part of the ball, like Peter Cobb. It's a wedge perfectly every time.
And on a breezy night, I'm sure this playing tricks with a few pop-ups and fly balls, too.
Well, yeah, I think the wind took that ball because the ball doesn't usually spin that way.
It's a good job by Owen Constantino hustling down there and helping out the catcher because the pitcher doesn't want any part of it. It's a tough ball for the catcher. One of the corners has to come and get that ball.
You need all hands on deck on a fly like that because it'll whip around anywhere.
And as Mrs. Groening was talking about, played more first base this year than as opposed to third, but I know he has a little of both in his game. So
yeah, I think he played a lot of third base when he was in Chatham. But she would know better than I would.
Yep. That ball's down and in. So again, behind 2-1. So this is going to be a tough pitch. You got the 9-hitter. He's flown out the left field a couple of times, so he's gone the other way off of Tebow, facing another right-handed pitcher.
The Bo Buckley fan club watching in, trying to get out of this jam here, and now it's going to be even tougher. 3-1 is the count. And 3 runs already in this inning, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 runs in, bases loaded, 2 out.
At top of the order, the top 3 guys have scored all 5 runs for the Hamilton Cardinals. Big 3-1 pitch here. Bo's got to get one across here. That should be strike 2.
Good pitch.
Looking quickly on the out-of-town scoreboard, looks like London just pushed one across in the bottom of the 7th, so they lead Guelph 3-1. Guelph yet to win this season. They lost to us, Chatham-Kent, and they also lost to Welland. Ground ball right side.
Oh, he booted it first.
Did that hit the bag, or did he boot it?
All hands are safe
now. Looks like
now.
he booted it, the way he's bent over at the waist. So Andy had to move over to his, Owen had to move over to his left.
So a couple of tough plays on the right side of the infield for the Barnstormers tonight.
Which should have been easier for a right-handed player. He moved over, and it just got him on a tweener hop, it looks like.
Same thing that happened at second base an inning or two ago.
With Mackey.
Yeah.
So yet another unearned run coming in, and everything after this will continue to be unearned runs. So that's 2 unearned thus far. So of the 6 Hamilton runs, 2 of them unearned. So walks and errors, can't shoot yourself in the foot. Hit by pitch against Dominguez came around. So this one's starting to get away from CK.
Only one official bat for Carlos Dominguez tonight.
He's also looking to start the game.
Yeah, he's also walked.
He's got some pop. They got to be careful here.
Close pitch, but just inside.
And then you got Duncan on deck, so I don't know if Pettipiece is up in the pen or not with the lefty.
Tough hitter, yeah.
The lefty on deck.
Very accomplished batter.
Buckley's going to have to come up with something here. Dominguez is a free swinger, so now he's got 2 strikes against him. Let's see if Bo can put him away. Oh, we're going to listen to it.
Let's go to cable 14, sure.
It is a cold one here in Hamilton at Bernie Arbor. Of course, you're watching on Cable 14 Friday Night Baseball, also available on cable14.com. Also happy to welcome in our viewers with your TV watching in Chatham. Here's Dominguez at the dish. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. Takes a healthy swing at it. And finally, the inning, mercifully from Chatham-Kent's perspective, is over. Cardinals unable to add to their lead, but they do pick up 4 in the
Good
inning.
pitch from Bo Buckley there to get out of jam, but not before the damage was done.
10 batters. We're going to say goodbye to Ed Myers. Ed, thanks for stopping by. You're going to watch the rest of the game with us, I'm sure. But hopefully
you can't escape that quickly. Put the headphones back on.
Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow. They're saying 20 millimeters of rain, Ed. What does that
gee,
do to you?
That sounds like 25 inches to 30 inches of rain.
How many inches is 25 millimeters, Ed Myers?
I'll have to go home and I'll let you know tomorrow.
So we're
I'll look it up.
Take a break and switch Hall of Famers?
Yeah, we'll talk with Peter Cobb coming up. Thanks to Ed Myers very much as we continue our first Barncast of the season. It's the Barnstormers in Hamilton on Barnstormers TV.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Give it to me.
Painted gold.
Okay.
Welcome back. It is Barncast Season 2, Episode 1. Mike Renier along with Dan Dominguez. And in between us two, yet another Hall of Famer. We're just loading the broadcast with Hall of Famers all over the place. Peter Cobb with us.
Great to be with you guys. Maybe we can generate some offense here.
That would be nice. We got some work cut out for us. Down 6-0 to the Hamilton Cardinals. But you know, Pete, from a number of things, including the in-game host at Barnstormers games with some pre- and post-game interviews. And You've been there since day number 1, Mr. Cobb.
Yeah, and we featured this year now a 7th inning dugout interview, and of course, like last year, meet the manager.
You just do it all. When do you sleep? See you everywhere.
If I nod off, just hit me.
Well, a tough one from the Barnstormers' perspective. It's not nearly over yet, top of the 6th, but things have just not gone CK's way yet.
This kid has been dealing. I'm sitting watching the game while you had Mr. E. Myers here, and boy, he's tough. He is.
With a long inning like that, he had to sit there for quite a while. So this would be big if Chatham's going to get to him. It's after sitting there for 30, 40 minutes in the cold weather. Maybe that would be the chance for them to get to him.
And here's a guy we got to get going this year too, Mitzi. He started a little slow last year, but boy, did he ever pick it up.
Player of the year for the Barnstormers last year.
Without question.
Fukuda, Barrett, and Johnston this half inning.
He had a hit in his first at-bat. That one misses down and in. So 3-1. So let's see what happens with, again, sitting in that cold weather for half an hour plus, Adamas.
Yeah, all starts here. Maybe we get a walk and
right in the heart of the order. 3-1 pitch.
Look down.
Ooh, good.
Just
good eye.
Down. Yep.
Good eye from Fukuda. There we go. Lead-off walk.
Where was it?
You look down. You look down.
You may be disagreeing, Mr. Cobb.
Well, you know what? I mean,
it was borderline. It was absolutely borderline.
The catcher didn't tap his helmet twice, so it was a ball.
I'm waiting for an ejection this season when someone gets
Somebody
upset,
does that,
so you're going to start tapping it. So
we were talking earlier in the broadcast about the possibility of challenges and stuff, and Cole Dupuis said, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Anytime soon.
Well, if anybody could create that little home plate box, it would be the master, Cole Dupuis.
It might happen before the end of the night. You never know. We'll see.
Looks like a mound visit here. So just one walk, and then so I don't know if they're just checking on. I think that's the manager, Luis Bernardo, coming out.
I wonder how many pitches he's thrown. Do we have an idea?
Yeah, I'll take a look. You guys talk amongst yourself while I...
Fukuda leadoff walk here in this top of the 6th inning. Grayson Barrett now up. That was a short conversation at the mound. Probably just like, hey, you know you're talented. Just go get him.
Throw strikes, kid. We got a 6-0 lead.
48 pitches only, according to the CBL. So take that with a grain of salt, but that's what it has there because it also has our box score is not quite correct for our pitchers. So we shall see. Grayson Barrett, a pair of strikeouts here today, Mike. He's been good this year, but.
On a cold Friday night in Hamilton, we'll see if we can further this comeback attempt here. Good swing there, but he doesn't catch up to it. So 1 ball and 1 strike.
He finished second to Tyler Duncan in the home run derby last year in Hamilton.
Okay.
So he's got some pop. Even though in gameplay we see him more that inside out, he likes going the other way. He can turn on one if you make a mistake. So all CBL player in both his seasons of playing in this league. So just a great acquisition for Harry Muir and his gang as we see some action in the pen now. A lefty getting loose, 23. I can't quite see the name. I'll try and maybe on the chat. I'm sure Ann's watching. As you see him try to go oppo there.
Yeah. Bit of a high fastball he chased after there.
Tried to go the other way with that one.
That looks like Jacob G-A-J-I-G. Gajic? 397.
Probably all three of us would butcher that last name, so we won't even try. No, we'll stay away
leave
from
that to you, Dan.
Jacob the lefty. 397 ERA last year. A little bit of a whip issue. Gives up some hits, so maybe we can get him in there and get some hits off of him. It doesn't look like a big high velo guy. But it would be a totally different look from Adamas, coming in at the tall, hard-throwing righty to more of a soft-tossing lefty, warming up in the pen. So big 2-2 pitch. Mickey, pretty good lead there. He's got to be 6-0 lead. He can't do anything silly on the base path. Ground ball up the middle, right to the shortstop.
Ooh, got the lead runner.
Yep.
Nowhere for Mickey to go there. 6 unassisted for the first out. Got past the pitcher, but Nickel was played nicely up the middle.
He was right there.
That could have turned into something interesting for the Barnstormers, but just played well by Hamilton. And they get the lead runner. So 1 on, 1 out, top 6.
Ian Johnston.
London Major game going here. We got it all.
Yep, 3-1 last I looked. It looked like they just got out of a jam there, London. Their reliever looked pretty fired up coming off the mound. Oh, look at this, a strike box. Cole Dupuis, is that you or is that them?
That
it's Cole.
is Cole.
Oh, my
Okay.
goodness.
Folks,
wow.
The best
I'm telling ya.
broadcaster in the league by far. And we have a strike box.
We half joked that we want the strike
Yeah,
zone
there
box
it
to
is.
happen, and he
Look
has it
at
within
that.
3 minutes.
Oh, goodness.
I can even bring Ed to take a peek over. It's not on the screen here, but to get it looks like it's a little inside to me though there. But we got the
That's
when it comes
legit.
back to the home plate cam.
That is legit.
So we'll see Peter Cobb tapping on his head here in a minute. If there's
Yeah.
one that doesn't touch the zone, let's see. Did you measure Kean Johnson there, Cole, before 6'5"?
He just put a rectangle on the screen. What more do you want?
And that was in
Here,
the box.
look at that. There you go.
It's a pretty good-looking strike zone, though, I'll tell you.
What does the chat think of that? Any comments from the chat for that? No, nothing yet. You want to see that in the CBL?
He's just moving it around.
I think the fans get mad enough at the umpires sometimes.
Yeah.
They don't need another reason. Little chopper in front of the plate is foul.
This kid's been another nice acquisition, too, very quiet young lad, but he speaks with his bat. Had a couple of home runs for us the other night.
Yep. He was one of the players of the week of there's a Instagram page, Baseball Jobs Overseas.
Okay.
They track the players that they help kind of position, and he was one of the top players on that. I saw he was honored with that opening day game and that rout against Guelph. Need a big hit here down the county. He's throwing a lot of breaking balls against him this at-bat. There's another one.
Got under it.
That looks like three in a row, I think. Early in the game, we didn't see the breaking balls, I don't think, Mike, as much. And then looks like he's, I don't know if it's more of a tired thing.
Definitely was relying on the fastball the first 3, maybe 4 innings. But still, he looks like he's in command up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He's in the low 50s last I see. This looks like pitch number 60 coming up if the website is accurate.
Which is remarkably
For 6 inning of
efficient.
work, yeah.
Remarkably efficient.
He's been around the zone, and Chatham's been hitting balls right at some people. There's a fastball.
Ooh.
Just blew that past them. So after you get those 3 slow Uncle Charlies in a row, and then he puts one on the paint on the outside, what are you supposed to do with that, Peter?
Makes it look like 85 mile an hour and up to 95 mile an hour.
Yeah. That was strikeout number 6 for Adamas.
Just blew it right past him. Your strike box, Cole, is a hit. It's a hit.
Stephanie gave her
Steph loves
blessing.
it.
Yeah.
See, now you're setting
We got the
a level for
Caceres
yourself.
tuning in tonight, too.
There's a pop-up left side. Hopefully the wind can take that out of here.
There's a lot of
Just
room
out of
over there,
play.
isn't
Yeah,
there?
there is. You see the work in the bullpen there as they're getting loose. The old Tiger Stadium down the baseline pitching mound where I didn't see anyone really protecting them there very much.
No.
But normally you need some protection down those lines. I think the only park that we have that in MLB right now is at the Trop. The only one left now that has it down the baselines. No real bullpen.
How's that team keep doing it? My goodness.
The Rays?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
They got a pretty good lead right now ahead of the Yankees and the rest of the East.
Ooh, it caught the corner.
That looked like a nice little circle change there.
Oda
Mr. Myers,
did not
so
agree. He did not agree
the
with
bottom
that.
fell out of that, but this ump's been calling. He's been generous off the outside of the plate, but not surprising. So now down 0-2. He's just got to find a way here with 2 outs. That ball's down. No chance for Barrett to get over to second. Down 6 runs. There's no sense risking it down 6.
This kid is a lot of fun, I'll tell you. Yu Shinota. He won Mrs. Cobb and I $100 last year in the home run inning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm quite excited about that.
Steps off for the first time.
What did you do with it?
Well, we got some swag.
Went right back in the Dom's
Barnstormers
pocket.
swag. That's right, yeah. Out to the pro shop and got some swag. It was good.
Same spot.
Yeah, got him.
Run him up.
Yeah.
That's good. That's his 7th strikeout of the game. So Barnstormers having a little bit of trouble, but there might be some offense coming. I don't know if you were here yet, that we had some bad news and good news in the world of college baseball. The Grand Valley State University lost their second game in the Super Regionals. But good news for the Barnstormers is Evan Morrison should be coming home here soon.
Well, I'll tell you, that will be sweet. And, we're just beginning here. And as you say, what do we got here?
All right, here's the trivia, guys. This is for anyone in the room. What CBL team has gone the most seasons without winning the Dominico Cup?
So we can guess. This is not for
the
viewers?
Jack and Lynn. Yeah, we can give it an inning or two, but let's see the chat. If you guys are bringing it up, it's a Scott Curry TD Wealth trivia question. We're doing them every game during the season, so all 24 home games plus the 6 Barncasts. As long as I come up with enough trivia questions, Mike, I'm trying. So
I'm sure you can.
I still got about 6 or 7 left to do for the season. So what CBL team has gone the most seasons without winning the championship in the IBL/now CBL, the new era of the CBL? So there's only a handful of teams to choose from. I
have a guess,
okay.
But do you want me to give it now, or
we'll
wait a
an
bit?
inning. We'll wait an inning to see if the fans have anything. Let's see if I think Stephanie, she should know that one. You're a CBL fan, Stephanie. Let's see what she has to say. I want to see if Riggs. Stay off the Google, Riggs. I don't want to. No cheating.
I'm just going to volley up the first guess, and I'll go Brantford Red Sox.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. We'll say Brantford.
And then what do we got there, Mike?
Enyo Pest Advisors. Make sure you take that special offer there. So if you can snap that QR code, that's a special from Cam and the folks at Enyo, the 2-spray package, and a good deal there. So find out more at enyo.ltd. You can snap that QR code, and that is a Barncast special offer. So just for watching here tonight, you can take advantage of that from Cam Bayshard and Enyo Pest Advisors. Big friend of the Barncast and the Barnstormers, and a great sponsor.
Big sponsor, and also bigger than bugs.
Bigger than bugs.
I miss that, I went all winter waiting to hear that. Here I happened doing Maroon games all winter, and I thought, just once I got to hear that.
I love it now that because when I do it between innings, every once in a while I make the Barnstormers earn it. You got to earn a bigger than bugs. You got to have a good inning. You can't give up 3 runs and get a strikeout to end the inning. You got to earn it. But then I'll start hearing the crowd. Colin wants it. The Parkers and Torado families that wants it. I hear the crowd kind of chirping it, and then I've heard from Cam that even throughout the town of Chatham-Kent, in the area of Chatham-Kent, people are just yelling at him, bigger than bugs. So
Graham Campbell thinks it's the Hamilton Cardinals.
Another good guess.
Yeah.
Another good guess. I'm actually starting to think that's right, and I am incredibly wrong.
We'll have to wait and see if we got some more guesses out there.
It would be really well timed if the answer was the Hamilton Cardinals, and we are bringing you a game with the Hamilton Cardinals.
Yeah.
Almost like I had some reason between my.
In hindsight, that's probably how I should have gone.
Well, I'm going to go with the team that has won the Stanley Cup since 1967.
The Toronto Maple Leafs.
And they held that.
So that's your guess.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All signs are pointing that we are not right.
Yeah, I know. I got a feeling.
The deck is stacked against us.
I think Mr. Kembo might be right. That's we're playing the Cardinals.
The Brantford Red Sox have 15 championships in this league. So they're one of the of the active teams. They have the most champions.
Stephanie just said what I said in Brantford. So I'm not the only one to guess Brantford.
Give it till maybe the Barnstormers come at the bat. That one almost eats Mackey up, but Mackey's able to stick with it. So good rebound on the last couple of plays from Mackey. He had one where he backed up on the ball and it ate him up and cost the Barnstormers a run back in the 3rd inning. But this time he was able to stick with it, and that's a good hitter. That's the first time we've gotten him out today. Tyler Duncan.
Bo Buckley, the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Barnstormers. Again, Thibaut Mercadier did a pretty good job starting the game tonight. 5 innings. He was tagged for the 4 runs. And then Cat Moran came in to relieve him. And Bo Buckley, 3rd pitcher of the night for the Barnstormers. Well, what can you say about Trices Adamas? Adamas for Hamilton tonight. He's just been amazing.
He's been Cy Young.
And we talked about it, having that. Most teams, if you have the 1-2 punch, you're going to be a force in this league. Big swing and miss there. But they have a 1-2-3 punch. They have Owen Boone, last year's MVP and Pitcher of the Year.
Oh, wow.
They have Hector Yan, who was the Week 1 Pitcher of the Week in the CBL. And then now we have Adames here throwing a gem. He's going to be a candidate for Pitcher of the Week in a nice pitch. 1, 2, 3, strike him out there. Good morning,
well done,
good afternoon,
Bo.
Good night.
Love Bo Buckley. I interviewed Bo, and he's just a solid kid. And I said, if you're going to name your child and you want him to be an athlete, you name him Bo.
Bo Buckley.
I don't care what sport.
And you don't even care if it's a nickname.
No.
Here comes Feliz, the second baseman, batting cleanup.
Bo knows.
Yes, he does.
Bo knows.
1 for 3, tough play. Let's see if
Fair ball, take it
nice
yourself.
ball.
I
Nice
love it.
dig.
So get
Right
some
on.
confidence for OC there at first base.
1, 2, 3, wasn't that?
Yep,
Yep,
1, 2,
yep.
3. Is that the first time we've done that?
I believe so.
First time we've gone 1, 2, 3 with Bo Buckley. So we'll see if that's into his night because we technically still have a game for tomorrow. So we'll see how many pitchers Dom Donnell and Harry Muir want to use up today. So I know the weather. Look at that jacket.
We need that.
Yeah,
we
look
need
at that
those.
jacket with the black and the red. That was a nice one.
Speaking
there.
of merch, we need that.
Dom has got the swag going, doesn't he?
So here's some more merch you can get over at the
Oh,
Diamond.
look
Your
at
chance
that.
to win. They're going to have the T-shirt toss for the wildest fan. There's a lot to choose from over at Fergie Jenkins Field.
I love that logo.
Yep, that's what we were talking about earlier. It's almost our Akatsuka. He's got hands coming everywhere there.
Oh, yeah.
Left, right, and come at you. Bigger than bugs. Got the CK logo on there for the Barnstormers. So the T-shirt toss in the bottom of the third. Thanks to Enyo for being our sponsor for the 2026 season. And
Don't
there's
forget-
the makeup game there, Mike.
That's
Okay.
right. So that was just announced this afternoon. Rained out this past Tuesday, but we already have a makeup game June 2nd. Majors will come back to town once again, Fergie Jenkins Field, and Majors and Barnstormers. So if you have the tickets from this past Tuesday, they will certainly be honored, and we'll see you for that makeup game on the 2nd of June. As the Scott Curry TD Wealth Management trivia question, Peter and Dan. What CBL team has gone the most seasons
is.
without winning?
Wow.
And it is, in fact, to really now nobody's surprise, Hamilton is the answer because we're playing Hamilton tonight.
Right.
46 seasons.
Yep.
Whoa.
Wow. It's 1978.
1978. They beat London in the 6th game. There's a new pitcher coming in for the Gajic with the lefty. So we'll see how the soft tossing. They beat 6-game series. They beat the Majors. Some of the other guesses you guys had were the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto Maple Leafs defeated the Brantford Red Sox in 7 games. Sorry, Ann. Back in 2007. And then who else did we have?
I said Brantford.
Brantford. They won 6 consecutive championships from 2008 to 2013.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they have the most wins, as I mentioned, for an active team. They have 15 wins. The only one that has more is the Stratford Hilliers / Craven Knits / Nationals have 16 championships.
Okay.
And then others
Whoa.
with more than 10 are the London Majors / Pontiacs and the Cambridge Galt Terriers with 13 and Kitchener Panthers / Dutchmen with 12. Chatham, not quite there yet, but one day, right?
Hey,
Peter?
we will. We will.
One
And,
day.
we will celebrate, and we'll have a chance, probably like Mr. E. Myers, and ride the fire truck around town 8 consecutive years when they won 8 consecutive OBA titles.
That's your
Broken bat again. Oh, look, yeah. This is going to be a
Nice
tough play at
play at
first.
third. That is
That's
a beauty
nice
play.
play. What are you going to do there? You got lumber flying at you, and you're still going to slide across and make the play. That's Jaden Brown over at third base.
Keys to championship, pitching and defense.
Yep. Yeah, we've talked about that with a lot of the top-tier teams currently in the CBL. They have those Mr. Myers was calling it with the Friday aces, like you see in college baseball. That you have that Friday ace, and if you can follow them up with another one, that's 2. But now with this 48-game season, you're going to have to get 4. We're going to be playing a lot of baseball this summer.
Yeah.
And looking at the
5 more games on the schedule this year, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep. And we're looking at Skylar Janice. Looked like he just locked down the win at home against Guelph. So Guelph now falls to 0-3. London bounces back off a loss yesterday against the Kitchener Panthers. First place Kitchener Panthers.
Yeah, they've really done a good job retooling that squad.
And then now London, I believe, is going to join them at 3-1. So you should have Kitchener and London at the top of the standings at 3-1. I almost said at the top of the table. I've been doing too much soccer in Windsor. The ladder, the table, yeah. But so London's tied for first. Welland dropped an extra inning game to Barrie yesterday. A really good game in 10 innings. Chatham's going to have to do some work to get back in this one to fall from going to go to 1-2. So a big difference here. What is it like when you're going against a hard-throwing righty, and now you're going up against this lefty who looks like he's throwing it from first base? What are you feeling up there? Are you a lefty hitter or are you a righty hitter?
I would be a lefty hitter.
So you would know what this is like.
Yeah, again, your timing gets kind of messed up, right?
There's a good pitch on the outer half. So you've been facing this hard-throwing righty all night. Now you got this kind of almost a little bit herky-jerky lefty. Golf left-handed too?
No, right-handed golfer. Not well, but
there's a lace in the right
shot.
field. There
Nice
you go.
hit. Nice hit. 1 for 3 now for Constantino.
Good to see OC get on the board. Does he go by that nickname? I call him that. I just think it sounds good. Anybody? I don't know.
Oh, we will now. Maybe you've started that trend.
I like the OC.
OC at first.
Pride of the nation's capital.
And then now Mackey, he had a really hard hit ball his last time. He laced one in the left. He's been hitting the ball well in his limited action here for the Barnstormers.
1 for 2 tonight.
That one a little bit up, but gets the call.
See if we can get the pitcher's pronunciation.
Need all the base
Cable
runners you can
14.
get, and you're going to need to stack knocks together. They'll look to do that here after a single to not kick off the frame, but after the first out here. Gadget looking, working for more of a stretch position with the runner on now, trying to deliver a strike, and that one just creeps to the inside on the glove side there.
And Robert Mackey, again, he had some pretty good swings off Racy's Adamas. A couple hard hit balls. Only one of them found the outfield grass for a hit. But it's good to be pesky in that 9 slot and hit the ball hard and set the table for the top of the order. Unfortunately, the Barnstormers, for them, they just haven't found much momentum with the bats at all tonight.
Yeah, Gadget will be looking for a ground ball here. That's a hard fastball, but out to the arm side there. That creeps into the left-handed batter's box for a ball. 2-1 is the count for Gadget. You're sure he would love nothing more than to get a little weak ground ball up the middle, let Nichols and Feliz do their thing on that double play combo. We actually haven't seen it tonight. We've seen them attempt one, but the runner to first was a little too quick. Nichols has made some smart plays to eat a ball there as well tonight. And Feliz, for as much as he's factored in at the dish,
there. Fastball right down the middle. I think he was looking for something soft. And fastball right down the middle.
He looks for the pitch here. It is a 2-2 count, 1 out in the top of 7. Cardinals up big on Chatham-Kent here in the second home game of the season. Gadget checking it first. Here comes the count.
That was a hard hit
Here
ball.
comes the pitch. That ball is hitting
the
up the alley.
Hitting the
Get
gap.
to the wall.
Oh, he chased it down.
Over
nice
to
running
make the
catch.
play. The runner's going to have to run back. He was going all the way on that one.
That's
That is
Carlos
a great
Dominguez
piece of
in right
defending,
field.
really getting his cardio in.
Good lumber, though, by Mackey getting
Yeah,
a
good
good smack on that
contact
ball.
again.
Going
Yeah.
the other way, too.
Probably one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. So
Nice.
he's 1 for 3 now, and we saw Constantino get a hit. He's now 4 for 10, batting .400 on the early season. So last year we saw him get off to a slow start, so now he's off to a bit of a heater, and then doing really well. Only had a strikeout today, but I think that was his first strikeout of the year. It was.
Julian Monk's now up for the Barnstormers, top of the order as they turn the lineup over. He's 2 for 3 so far tonight.
That ball gets down. It sounded like OC was already at second base, so might have been able to get the goose egg off the board. Monks has a pair of hits. We got to try and get something going here. Running out of outs. Only 7 outs for the Barnstormers to play with. He went too far there, but that might have got past them.
That moved the runner up, maybe?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't see the runner moving up. Let's listen.
They got 2 outs in the top of 7 here.
And you see Julian Monk shaking his head there. The shortstop batting leadoff tonight. He took a breaking ball right down the middle, allowed Gadget to steal strike one, and then he was not expecting him to come back with it. He swung at one that Gadget kind of buried in the dirt, and now all of a sudden he's in an 0-2 hole.
Yeah, he is, and we'll see what Gadget is able to do. You can obviously, get a little creative when you're ahead in the count like this. We'll see what he does with it there.
Oh, got through.
Strike, and that ball's
see if
going to
OC
go
goes
to
to third. Got to probably play it safe here. Yeah.
He stays at second base, but that was a high one. That was a high pitch.
2 strikes he has to protect, and nice single to right. OC stays at second because Dominguez has a cannon over in right field.
Slapped it the other way. It's a good bit of hitting there by Monks. He's now 3 for 4 on the night.
Yep, Monk's doing well, so that makes him 6 for 13 on the season.
Well, the beauty there, right? The first baseman's holding the runner on, and you got that much more room over there on the right-hand side.
Placed it perfectly.
Yep, smart hitting.
Up 6-0, you could have maybe seen Hamilton playing off the runner a little bit, allowing him, but they decided to hold Constantino.
So now the center fielder, Austin Gurney's up.
Got a Julian Monks fan. Is that a relative? I don't know. Where are you watching from here, 2450? A Julian Monks fan, 3 for 4.
Yeah, let us know where you're watching here tonight. Thanks for doing it, too. The first Barncast of the season, Season 2.
Maybe how the score's looking, Cole. Is there anyone in the ballpark yet on our guess this final score? Making him work over there.
I'll tell you,
there weren't a lot of
he puts a
Hamilton
charge
ones.
into one here and could change the complexion of this game here in a real hurry.
He hit one against Guelph on opening day. That one's off the fist. If that can get down.
Looked like he got under it.
Yeah, he did. Darn it.
Fly ball to center field.
That'll end it.
0 for 4 now for Austin Gurney. And again, the Barnstormers have had a lot of runners in scoring position with 2 outs tonight, and they just haven't been able to take advantage.
I'm getting texts from
across.
Dom Donnell here, so during the game. So how you doing, Dom?
Oh, the manager.
Yeah, let me.
Are we still employed? Or
want to know how the Barncast is going.
He texted, "Please stop."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's just checking on his pitching staff here a little bit. They got some work to do.
Again, the start of a home and home here in Hamilton tonight, and again scheduled for Fergie Jenkins Field tomorrow as a part of 4 games across the CBL. Peter Cobb, a busy Saturday, but I think Mother Nature might be saying,
I think you're
slow
right.
down.
I think you're right. I actually received a hall pass. I won't be here tomorrow, even if the game is played. We have the pleasure, along with about 60 other Chathamites, heading to see BC, Bridget Carleton, and the Portland Fire take on the Toronto Temple tomorrow night in Toronto, and really exciting times.
Year 1 of the Toronto Tempo, they look like they're legit.
Yeah.
Are they still 3-3? Or?
No, they lost. They got thumped pretty good by Minnesota last night.
Did they? Okay.
They got a good player in Mabry, but the face of that Fire franchise is number 6, my favorite number,
BC.
Bridget Carleton, and she's doing quite well.
And Mr. Al Kaline.
You got her. Anybody else, number 6?
Who else we got? I'm sure there's many. Steve Garvey.
Basketball player.
Oh, Dr. J.
You got her.
I met Dr. J last year.
No way.
In Windsor. I work for a production company who he was the guest speaker.
Oh, my gosh.
Had a slice of pizza, and he was having some beer up at the casino after the broadcast. Here's Consta Carica.
All right, the
coming in.
phenom.
So Dom
Is he making his debut?
Yeah, his regular season debut. Dom Donnell was asking me about the earned runs, so I'll let everyone know, including Dom, in case he's watching from the dugout of the Barncast. 1 out of the 2 runs scored against Cat Marin was earned. The error on that one went to the first baseman, Constantino, which led to an unearned run. And then back in the 3rd inning, 1 run against our starting pitcher, Thibaut Mercadier, on an error by Mackey, cost us an earned run. So 2 are unearned runs. If it's 4, that's a whole different ball game.
Right.
Bases loaded, 1 swing of the bat.
Right on.
So, yeah. Hey, Riggs, I used to have an arm. Now the shoulder just kind of hangs there now. So, and here's Consta.
Look out.
That one got away from him.
So I guess I'm doing the interview. Who are we interviewing there, Cole, tomorrow? You don't have the script yet, eh? Okay. If you find out, let me know. I'd like to do a little bit of research on who I'm.
That one got away from Carica just a little bit.
Okay,
there.
I saw some Lisa Mahir. I don't know if that's a relative. There's a bounce back to Consta. He does the underhand flip over the first. What a character Consta is. Check out his Instagram page. Just taking a ladder into the cutting a hole in the ice and just going in just shorts. Cutting down trees for just only to stay warm, right, Ed? That's the only reason he stays warm. So he's going to be a fun pitcher. And then watch the splitter. If he gets ahead of a hitter, the split finger, like good old Jack Morris there, right?
Oh, man.
With Roger Craig as the pitching coach. Mike Scott down in Houston with the splitter. That's a really good out pitch for Carica. I don't know if he's the Finnish Flash. Does he have? I think that's Teemu Solani, isn't it?
Yeah. I call him the Finnish Phenom.
Okay.
Yep. And he played Finnish baseball, and it's completely different than
handcuff.
what we know as American baseball, or the baseball that we're watching here. You got to talk to him about the rules to the game and how it's played.
Thanks to Thomas Law for chiming in. Loves the Barncast. We appreciate it. We thank Enyo for having us.
Has he given you one specific
well,
instance how it's so different?
The person who's up to bat throws the ball up to himself and puts it into play.
Like lobbies it up and hits?
Hits.
Wow.
Yeah. I've seen some where they even have a teammate lob it up to him, too, and it's different angles. And, he's developed. He's also a pitcher on the baseball national team. I read an article on one. His goal one day is to help get that team to the World Baseball Classic one day.
Cool.
Would love to see Carica throwing that. There's one lace foul into our bullpen. We got some protection out there. Looks like there is someone warming up out there. Couldn't quite get a...
This kid, Costa, is solid. He's a big boy. And
I've seen him up to 94 on some social media posts. There is a splitter there, I think. And just down. Oda's looking like he's getting handcuffed a little bit back there. This is Oda's first game catching during the regular season. Let's see what he does on the full count. A little chopper to third. Andy on the run in time.
The old Sunday hop.
Yep. But good. It's the first play I think we've seen Andy have to really make over there, so it's good to give him a little confidence because we're going to, we need the versatility on this team.
So 5-3 put out, and it's McGill now coming up for Hamilton.
I got Guerrero, but let's see.
Was it Guerrero next?
I think I got Guerrero, then McGill.
Yeah, you're right.
Unless my book is off, but yeah. It says 2 outs now. So, okay, no, you're correct. I missed an out, so we got 2 outs, so it is McGill. I missed the first out while I was texting with our on-field manager.
Our boss.
Yeah. I figured you'd get a little busy, but yeah.
I'm also not used to hearing, you're right, so I'll take it.
He's bringing some heat in there.
Yeah, 2 quick strikes.
That's what you want out of the bullpen. You don't want, you know what I mean? And then now he's got him 0-2. Let's see if he throws that splitter now 0-2. He can afford to maybe put one in the dirt here and see if he chases, and Oda can keep it in front of him.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a ball out of his hand, but that was the basic idea. Get that splitter, just maybe overcooked it a little bit on the splitter. Those are so tough. You got to have just my fingers aren't big enough to do that.
You got to have hands like Mr. E. Myers. Could have hold 7 baseballs.
There's another splitter there, or maybe a little slide. Riggs is asking for it. We'll see if you can get him looking. McGill is 0-for-2 on a strikeout with a walk. His 4th time up. Comes with the heat, so now that fills it up. Barnstormers looking for back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. The bullpen's been solid.
Come on, kid, mow him down.
Yep, just bring him heat here. Out of the hands.
Oh,
So you have him down 0-2 and you throw 4 straight. That's not what you like to see. Now you got a power-hitting third baseman coming up.
So we can't not have the strike zone box anymore. Like, that's now got to be a fixture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Too much work.
Cool.
And it's
the pride of Jeanette's Creek.
Not until it's automated.
Oh, okay.
This is your own creation. You've created this monster, Cole.
This is just a rectangle.
Yeah, he's just drawing
It's just a random rectangle.
looks like it's a little low on the thing, but it's tough. This camera angle is so flat.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah. You see the MLB angles are from up top. You see in the upper deck in the grass at Comerica Park. These ones from that are so flat are tough angles.
Ours is on the top of a fence. So.
Yeah, well, yours is nice and high. You want that. These ones that are field level, sometimes you get an umpire standing right there. In London, sometimes you have a score bug sitting right in the middle of it. So that was a nice little breaking ball. Just couldn't get the chase. You can even see Oda kind of giving his approval of that pitch. We'll see if we can get him. This is Jaden Brown, 2 for 3, pair of singles and a pop-up to first base in his 3 times up today. Runner on first, probably not going to be going anywhere. This is laced right side.
Got through.
Let's see if he can still get him. Nope.
No.
And then we throw it away. Mackey with the runner make it to third. I can't tell.
I don't think yet.
No, he's
He stayed there.
So I'm not sure
Backed
how
up
they're going to
nicely by
rule
Oda.
that. We couldn't quite see if it went right through Groning's glove or OC's glove or not. That was a tough one. He definitely hit it on the button. Let's see if we can see it now.
Oh, high hop.
Yeah. I think it was a line drive,
yeah.
but yeah, it's just had some exit velo. That was Jaden Brown.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Jaden Brown. They call it error, E3. I'm seeing on the official book. So that's the third Barnstormer error.
Third error for
Second
CK
by,
tonight.
Constantino.
6-9-1 for Hamilton. 0-6-3. Your
Right.
line score for the Barnstormers.
So we'll need to get out of this one. 2 outs. But then get the first 2 outs, and then a 0-2 count leads to a walk, and then an error by the first baseman leads to a bit of a jam for Carica. Well, that box is out of the zone there.
They moved the camera.
Oh, they moved. We got Cole playing Tetris on the screen with the trying to fit it in.
The floating rectangle.
And plus we got Monks shifted over against the lefty a little bit. Good morning from Finland. We do have some Finnish fans watching.
Wonderful.
Oh, great.
Good morning to you.
What time is it there? Is it 6 o'clock? Somewhere in there? 6 and how many hours?
1 sec.
I'm going to predict it's 4:55 a.m.
AM.
Yeah, about there.
That's what I'm going to predict. I didn't look it up.
Around 5 o'clock, 5 or 6. Nice block there from Oda, keeping in front of him. The setup is nice.
5 a.m.
5 a.m.
I win the prize.
Well, that's your Thomas there on the chat. 4:55 a.m.
Yep.
That's some early cooking there. So hopefully the weather's nice there. It's not too warm here in Chatham-Kent or in Hamilton today.
The coffee's been going for a
I
while
was
now.
going to say, get that coffee brewing at that time.
Swing and a miss.
Beautiful.
So Ponce
Well
gets out
done.
of it. So a little bit of a jam, but Carica worked out of it. Got his another strikeout. So he's done well. So
Very well.
Barnstormers need to score here. We're heading to the 8th. Chatham-Kent trails 6-0.
Here's some more famous number 6s. We talked about Kaline and Irving,
Okay.
Bridget Carlton, Sean Sweezum.
Oh, yes.
Okay, the kicker. Yep.
Yep.
Former Steeler, Cowboy, Steeler,
on.
Cowboy.
Redskin, I want to say even
Played in
a
the
touch.
Super Bowl.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Was there a fourth team, too? He was Washington.
I don't know.
Dallas.
Kickers bounce sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Kickers move around sometimes.
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Green Bay were here, and so
Yeah, maybe.
Was he a Packer?
I don't know.
so
Yeah, well,
don't
that
remember
was
him in
at
Green Bay.
they were playing the Packers in that game. Yeah. That was at the Hall of Fame
So
game.
you say number 6, Mr. Cobb. Here's a question for you.
Fire away.
Name any Blue Jay that wore number 6. I can't think of a single Blue Jay that
boy.
wore the number 6. Name any
Blue
Blue
Jay
Jay in history that wore number 6. I can't think of it.
Roy Hadfield, the manager. I don't know. Maybe. And the last one is the late, great Ken Houston.
Yes.
Atlanta Flames, number
missed,
6.
What a great fella.
We missed Bill Russell and Stan the Man.
Well, those are guys that, I didn't cheer for. I mean,
My dad's been a lifelong Cardinal fan. He grew up in New York City. Had cousins and cousins that were, the oldest cousin was a Brooklyn Dodger fan. Another one was a New York Yankee fan, and he needed to be different. So he didn't want to root for the same old. So he became a Cardinal fan back in the 40s. He's almost 89 years old now. And he's been cheering on those Cardinals. He's had some success.
Yes, they have this year. Yeah.
He's still bitter about 1968, but I think the Cardinals won in 67. But
they did. Still celebrate 68. Yeah.
Yeah, the Tigers. It's been a while, right there, Mr. Myers.
It has.
Blue Jays came really close last year.
Did you have a number 6 queued up there?
No, for the Blue Jays?
Yeah,
I can't. No, I
Googled it, and one came to mind right away that you and I should have known. Right-handed pitcher.
A pitcher that wore number 6?
In the 10 years ago, I'm going to say.
Oh.
Nope.
He's not.
Marcus Stroman.
Oh, did he wear 6?
Oh,
Stro Show.
Yeah, okay. All right. There you go.
Okay, so.
Yeah,
Joanne
number
got that
6.
right
Some of
you.
that. Oh, okay. You.
That was Joanne, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, was it?
Good job, Joanne.
We got to send a Barnstormer cap.
Richard Urania.
Should
and
be
Travis
beautiful
Shaw.
day today, around 20 degrees with sun.
Where, in Finland? I think we need to visit.
And how to get a Barnstormer cap there? We got to get him.
We're gonna have to
send a cap there.
Are you a relative of Consta? I think he should have someone to hook up with. I think Benny's the man to see with that. So
I'll also put the merch store link in the chat.
Yep. Make sure you follow our. There's a nice hard hit ball, right center field, but Dominguez drifts over and makes the play. You've been seeing our social medias, but our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I don't do TikTok, but hopefully you do. I know you're on TikTok doing dances, right?
Yeah.
You and Ed. Oh, that would be the best TikTok ever.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, Joanne, are you out there, Joanne? That's mission number 1. I want Ed Myers and Peter Cobb on a TikTok before the end of the summer. And then there's the where to get the gear. It should be on the CBL app. It is, Thomas. But where else would you rather be than the Barncast? So
I'm all in on this TikTok account. It's going to start.
Hey guys, we got a game going on.
It's going to start tonight at Mike's place after this game tonight. That's right. A dance off.
Strike.
Yikes.
Who are we going to get the choreograph that I know the dances, I don't know the moves, but that's and Lefty. That's the holy trinity right there. Lefty, Ed Myers, and Peter Cobb.
You have awoken.
Came on. Okay.
Joanne.
Yep. And I know Joanne's got an in the Myers household, so Ed's shaking his head, Joanne. I think it might cost you a loan shark, as he would say, or two. So,
a bottle of loan shark.
And here we go. Right. Oh, Sorosky is the new pitcher. Wiry pitcher there, eh?
Yeah.
Caleb Sorosky. Get you some numbers on him. Another big right-handed pitcher. 3.76 ERA, 122 whip last year, 29.2% strikeout rate, only walks 7%. Opposing hitters only batting .235. And look at that defensive setup.
Beautifully placed right there.
They knew that's where he was going to hit it.
I don't know if we have the rule whether you can be past second base or not.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Like in Major League Baseball, yeah.
I was watching the College Division II there with our friend Evan Morrison, and the second baseman against lefties was playing in shallow right like we used to see in the major leagues. So they don't have that rule there, but I honestly don't know. I don't think you're allowed to do the overshift, but I couldn't tell you that for sure. What's this? Oh, not a relative. Let's see. We're getting some information. A small Barnstormers fan group. Look, that's beautiful. So make sure you keep following us. We're going to do 6 of these Barncasts this season. And as always, the next game is hopefully tomorrow. 7:05 start against the Hamilton Cardinals, home and home. There's all our social media. But, again, chance of rain in Chatham-Kent. Looks like you're getting better weather across the pond, as they say.
Over there in Finland.
We got to get some hits here. 2 outs already here in the 8th. Not a lot from the bats.
Ooh.
Julian Monks has been the hitting standout for the Barnstormers with 3 hits. Defensively, I don't know.
Look at this. He takes a rip here.
Kind of hung that one up.
Great swing.
Oh, man.
That was off the helmet, too. I didn't see that originally, but off the catcher's helmet.
That'll rattle your teeth when that happens.
Kean Johnston, check swing. Really crouches for a big 6'5" guy. He was looking forward to playing in some of these CBL parks when I talked to him in the offseason after we signed him. He was saying the stadiums and diamonds in France, he said they were graveyards. You couldn't hit it out of them.
Oh, really?
He was one of the tops in home runs with 4.
Oh,
so it just, that's a tough pitch there.
That was a close one.
But he was really looking forward to, there's quite a few. Welland's got a player from the France Division 1. Of course, we have the 3 guys with Monks, Kean Johnson, just 2. What do you think? No, and Tebow pitched there last year as well. That's a strike.
That was right
And he
down
knew it.
Broadway.
Yeah.
So another 1, 2, 3. We're down to our last 3 outs as we head to the bottom of the 8th. So we'll have to start getting to some of those thank yous again here, Mike.
Yeah, we will. We'll take a quick break and be back with the bottom of the 8th. Some nice hugs there for Sorosky as he heads to the dugout. 7.5 complete in Hamilton. It is a big Cardinals lead in our first Barncast of the 2026 season. We're back with the bottom of the 8th. Coming up.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Give it to me.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent.
All right.
Back here at the Barncast, first one for 2026. We begin season
Lee
2.
Kucera.
Thank you very much for having us on. It's the Barnstormers in Hamilton tonight. As you see, Lee Kucera taking his spot in the outfield. Thanks to Cable 14 for providing the visuals tonight. Mike Renier along with Dan Dominguez. Peter Cobb, the Hall of Famer, right between us. Ed Myers, he just left.
He did.
To grab us some accommodations
Yep.
after the game. Mike's Place, Queen
We
Street.
could talk
Chatham.
about Mike's Place. I know
Mike's
this
Place,
I'm sure
Chatham.
Cam wouldn't mind. This Mike's Place is a good sponsor of the club as well. But
As so is Enyo Pest Management or Pest
control.
Pest Control, Pest Advisors.
Pest Advisors.
Pardon me. It's late in the
Enyo
night.
Pest Advisors.
We got the Enyo Pest part right.
Oh,
Enyo
right
Pest
back.
Advisors
That
right
hit
back up the box, and now it's going to be
Yeah.
everyone.
See how if he's okay. I didn't get him right in the back.
Looks like he's all right. He gets a little high five.
Comes
Looks
the
him
home
right,
plate umpire.
right in the
come out.
backside, I believe.
Comes to take a look at that. Was Dominguez with the line shot. Let's see where this catches him. Right on the screws, and this looks like it might have got
yeah.
just
Right off the hip.
Oh, here's a good. Oh,
Right
the
there.
right cheek there, right above the back pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Tough as nails.
Costa Carica, fourth pitcher of the night for the Barnstormers. He is okay.
Dom Donnell, you can see in that nice new Barnstormer swag there with the red jacket with the black arms
Yeah.
there. That's the
He wanted to
that's
get
the
some
first
airtime,
That's
you
the
know.
first we've seen him. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Dom's out there just trying to sell stuff now. We got some merch that we're trying to find a way to get it out to Finland. I'm sure we'll have to figure that out. We'll have to get
Shipping's not bad.
Nick Penner, get him on it. We'll have to get Nick on it. So if you're rewatching this, Nick Penner,
Nick, we've also got a flight for you to Finland, and you can take it over.
we got to
Cops at a roll a pair here.
we got to hook up those European fans. Duncan's 3 for 4, 3 runs, all
Yep.
singles.
That's correct.
Stolen base. Here we go. We got some trivia. Oh, look at that.
That's right. The
Yeah.
Junior Maroons had 2 players.
Recently on
Yeah.
the championship team, or
No, this year's team.
okay, had a little bit earlier than
Goaltender
than we wanted
was
to exit.
one of them.
And I think Consta is the first pitcher to play professional baseball in North America. I know he signed in the Frontier League, but I think I heard he had some visa issues and never did suit up for them. But I think he's the first, this one's down and in, the first one to play professional baseball in North America from Finland. So he's getting used up today, so we won't see Consta. If we play tomorrow, obviously he's going to be out of action with whatever his pitch count is at now. Just trying to get out of this without using up too many pitchers. We saw Cap for the first time. We saw Consta. 28 pitches. Is that what you're saying? Single to right, and that's the
maybe
fourth hit
two, but no, it gets between first and second. So
there was the ground ball we needed.
That's right, just a little bit too far to the right.
Duncan's gonna be tough to double up on any chance, but again, he's the MVP back in 2023, back-to-back home run derby championships in the All-Star game. Duncan, as Kean Johnson runs that one in.
That's going to be something having the All-Star game come our way this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put on a show.
My idea, though, home runs hit left of the scoreboard should be worth 2. Because that's center field and right field. You know that's going to be a hitter's paradise for a lefty. But I think, there's a single to left field, too. Just over the shortstop's head. Let's see if they send the runner. Looks like they're just playing station to station. So, because that home run, those right-handed hitters, they're gonna have an issue during that home run derby unless they go center field or try and go opposite. Looks like we got some action in the bullpen. That looks like I think it's Jaden Valley, our third catcher, more of a bullpen catcher, helping us out this season.
Do we know a number of home runs over the left field fence in the 2+ seasons? It's
probably count on one hand.
I was going to say
I don't have the number, but I know Mickey hit one on opening day last year, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And then there hasn't been a lot.
I want to say maybe 3.
Yeah,
there
hasn't been. I think Jaden Brown right here, the 8-hitter. I'm pretty sure he has one. Let's see, Consta getting a little bit of trouble. We might have to go to one more arm in the pen. I don't know if Dylan Kintz is up. He's a newer signing for the Barnstormers. Smaller pitcher, but he's I think more of a stuff guy. Got some junk balling. Big swing and miss there.
Good velocity on that pitch from Kurika.
This batter's supporting the Farley mullet beard.
That's
those of you who are English, majors would know that Farley mullet.
It goes back to 8th grade history right
2
there.
Against the North. Come on.
Another swing and miss. He's swinging from his heels here. He wants to get some RBIs. He's 1 for 4.
Farley mullet was not on my bingo card tonight there, Peter Cobb.
We had to add some flavor here.
What are we going to bring up tonight? I think a good Farley mullet reference. Yeah.
Cole's Googling Farley mullet.
Yeah. Just to get a picture.
He's not listening to us anymore.
There
Strike
it is.
3.
Get it to him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got him.
Kind of the late reaction there.
So we needed a strikeout or a pop-up. And
we're striking some guys out.
Yeah.
I'm counting 10 strikeouts for Barnstormer pitchers. The defense has let us down with 3 errors. That's led to 2 runs. I don't think there's been a heck of a lot of walks. Walk, hit by pitch, 2 walks, 3 walks, and a hit by pitch, which is in the acceptable range.
But Adamas just shut down the Barnstormers tonight. 6 innings of just fantastic baseball. Great pitching.
Right
down the middle.
7 strikeouts for Adamas.
That Jeanette's Creek strike zone there that we've been gifted with. We can call the game from here.
Yeah. That's a base hit in the left, I think. He tried to climb the ladder. Monks just couldn't quite get it. I imagine that's just going to score 1. The runner had to probably hold up on the potential line out.
So that's 7 for Hamilton now. Bottom of the 8th, they tack one on.
Yep, the extra point's good.
Bases remain loaded.
Still need that big ground ball here, so this one's getting away. I don't think anyone's going to get the score today, Cole. I don't think we had any 7-0s anywhere in the neighborhood. I know Neil and Ann both had Hamilton, but I don't think that was their score was in that neighborhood.
Oh, we might keep this up for future Barncast this
season. For sure. The tickets are sort of in hand. We couldn't quite get in the clubhouse today, but we'll have them for the next game. So get used to it. Every Barncast, we're going to offer up 2 tickets to try and get the score. We'll give you about an hour into first pitch to get your scores in, but it must be on the YouTube chat, not on the social media. Here we got some more stats here. We found a Finnish pitcher, John Michelson, 1921. So that's some Joanne hitting up the Google for me while we're doing this. I assume that's Joanne.
Working hard on a Friday night.
Yep. There's one right down the middle.
Really good pitch. Karika looking in. 1 for 4. Guerrero, the line score so far tonight, takes one down. 3-1.
Michelson pitched 2 2/3 innings in 1921 for the White Sox.
Okay.
Didn't make it long, but he made it. Not sure who he went up against, but that would have been in the Babe Ruth era.
That one misses inside, so a walk from Karika. And that's going to be a bases-loaded walk, so that draws in one more for Hamilton, 8-0. As this night just gets a little bit longer, Peter.
Oh, that's tough. And I know when you're playing in the outfield, you just want this inning to get over, right? And
you get antsy out there.
Antsy, and you got one more set at bats and probably fire up the bus.
Yep.
Back to cable 14 in Hamilton.
Slipping away from the Barnstormers in a hurry, and I think my theory about Bernardo and Hospital with the score being what it is correct, as Hospital is now down, and lefty Chris Bowato is now up in the Cardinal bullpen. He appears now to be in the driver's seat for the 9th inning whenever that time comes around. Chris is a very experienced left-handed reliever in this league. He closed for the Welland Jackfish as they rose to the kind of reign that they've had over this league over the past few years, recorded the final out of that 2023 Dominico Cup Championship game for them.
Yeah, obviously a guy who has been in that position. Certainly happy to have him in the fold for the Cardinals here, and that's just smart managing, right? I would imagine you'd be hard pressed to have the game go as well tomorrow as it has tonight. You imagine you're going to need a more leverage arm, or at least more than you've needed tonight. So it's beneficial for them to be able to get Hospital to take a seat there, especially if you are in fact going to need him tomorrow. 1 out in the bottom of 8. It is a 1-2 count. McGill at the dish. Bases are loaded. McGill looking to come through here again. Has had a few moments already early on in his CBL career. He's never played in the league as a CBL. He's never played professional baseball before this year. So here it is for him. He digs in at the dish. He gets ready to watch the 1-2. A little bit of a check swing. Thought about it. Did not go. And it'll be a 2-2 count for McGill here. You know, for a young player, important to kind of get these reps like this. Again, not as though there hasn't been a lengthy baseball career to this point, but facing players you've never seen before. I imagine this is the first time he's faced someone from Finland in his life, and here he is dealing with exactly that in this spot. It is a 2-2 count. There's 1 out. McGill at the dish looking to do a little damage here. Here comes the pitch. McGill swinging on it, and once again fouling it off.
And only in the CBL, to my knowledge, can you find a guy who hails from Finland against a guy like, take Anderson Felice, for example, mid-30s veteran. He's seen AAA before, been on the doorstep of the major leagues, spent most of his life in the Dominican Republic, and they both find common ground here in the Canadian Baseball League.
Yeah, they certainly do. McGill getting a lot of wood on this, fouling off pitch after pitch. That's the third pitch he has fouled off to this point in the at-bat as he tries to do a little damage here. In a spot like this, I would imagine it's a little hard to kind of stay locked in on your process. You know, it's a big lead that you've got. It's late in the ball game. It's a cold night. You're the catcher. There's a lot that you're tasked with. You got a job to do on the other side of things, and he's done a pretty good job of locking in at this AB as he works it to a full count.
Yeah. And if Evan McGill can lay off a pitch out of the zone here, it will be his third walk of the night, and this is just exactly
trying not to use up a whole lot of pitchers. They're hoping Consa can get out of this one, but I think he's running out of gas unless he can get him out here. There's a fly ball center.
High in the sky.
Casera into the game. He'll be tested early. I think. Yep.
There you go. Got it in center.
Score, but
the only runner moving up is the run from third, and it'll drive another one home.
I think Lee's out in left field.
Oh, he went to left,
I think he did, yeah.
Okay. Barrett was out there, so we'll see. So I was looking at Michelson from he pitched in 1921. gave up a single to George Sisler in August 30th. George Sisler, one of the all-time greats in MLB. October 30th, 1921.
21, the Roaring 20s.
St. Louis Browns. So, but yeah, so as they get it, the 9th run across, I think now, right?
9-zip. 9-zip for the Cardinals.
I'd throw to third just to see if he left early, you know. Get that third out that way.
But that's just me.
Anything,
8-0
anything
game.
to get out of the inning.
8-0.
The umpires might say, yeah, he left early.
Let's just go.
Be good if Consa can get out of this one. Like I said, save an arm for tomorrow if we play. We haven't looked at the weather forecast in the last few hours, but I know we were checking it before the game. Make sure all those social media spots you saw, I think Cole's going to throw it up again. That follow it right there. You see our Instagram and Facebook. There's also TikTok and YouTube. We'll let you know as soon as we know whether or not there'll be a game. But right now we're on, but we'll see how much rain we get in.
Tomorrow's cleared up nicely. Just kidding.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah.
It's very rainy tomorrow. 25 to 35 millimeters.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Ed? Oh, he left. Okay. I was trying to get the inches.
Strike.
That was right down the middle. Did he not get the call there? I think the dropped ball by Oda might have thrown the umpire off there.
Oh, man.
Oda looks like he's boxed a couple tonight. Like, I don't know if he's getting he called that 3-1. Wow.
Yeah.
That looked like a strike, but especially in a 9-0 game, that definitely looked like a strike. It was in Cole's box there, so if
Gotta
it's,
be
if
a
it's in his
strike.
yeah, exactly. Cole doesn't make mistakes. So ground ball to second. Mackey, easy flip to the middle.
There we go.
There we are.
Okay. We go to the 9th.
So Consta did a good job. He kind of someone's got to take a beating every once in a while. He didn't do too bad. It's just someone's got to go in there and kind of eat some innings, eat some outs to help save the rest of the bullpen.
So 8 innings done in Hamilton. Not really the way the Barnstormers wanted this to go on a Friday night, but we got another half inning of the Barncast left to go. First one of the 2026 season. Thank you, Pete, for being a part of this.
Hey, thank you guys for having me, and thanks to the wizard over there,
Cole
Dupuis. Man.
Yep.
He is underappreciated. I don't think we fully realize how lucky we are to have producer Cole
Well,
on our side here.
And we watch a lot of broadcasts throughout the CBL. We all tune in to the games, and admittedly, some of the broadcasts are sometimes a little bit more difficult. But first of all, the Barncast is just first rate. But even our camera operators, there's Good Wesley, there's Thomas, there's Tom. I got a laugh over there. Am I missing anyone of our operators? We've had some other ones in the past. First-rate operators, first-rate directors, and replay, and most 6-7 cameras at times. So it's spectacular what Dupuis Media Productions puts out there.
Well, he's going to win an Academy Award someday, and we're going to be able to say, we know that guy.
We know an ad for yourself there? Throw it.
And he won't return our calls.
Yeah, that's right.
won't. He'll block us.
When there's a goal in the NHL, he's throwing it up there on the boards too. So first
that's
2
right.
rounds. So
He's the only first-year guy that got to go on to be on the rounds. The only one. The pride of Jeanette's Creek.
We got to thank
Cole
Enyo
Dupuis.
again
He's
one
a
more
peach.
time here. Enyo Pest Advisors, our sponsor for the Barncast for 2026. They got a special, Mike.
Yeah, if you have any pests, these are the guys to call. Enyo Pest Advisors. And look at that. You got a special for June and August applications there. So if you want to get that QR code or hit up their website, enyo.ltd, they've got that 2-spray package from Enyo Pest Advisors. So take advantage of that. Cam Bayshard and the folks over at Enyo, first rate. Absolute.
Speaking of pests, who's coming to town?
That was Dan Dominguez who said that. London Major is coming to town. It is a makeup date. That was a rainout that just happened this past week, so the two clubs came together quickly for a makeup day. June 2nd, it's a Tuesday night. London will try it again in CK at Fergie Jenkins Field, and unfortunately, we weren't able to get that in a couple of nights ago.
Yeah.
We had a good time at Mike's afterwards, though.
Did we go to Mike's?
Yeah.
When don't we?
Yeah.
I know. Always debrief there.
So one more half inning to go in Hamilton. It's been a long night for the Barnstormers. The Cardinals up 9-0.
We will have some day games. I'm looking on the chat really quick. We're checking the schedule. I know there will be a Sunday. Sunday's usually the day for day games. I'm seeing one on May 31st against Brantford.
Look at that.
That's Barncast.
Ask and thou shalt receive.
So our Barncasts are going to be usually more in the evening. That's a well-hit ball. in the deep center, but Duncan drifts back and catches, or still drifting
Whoa.
back.
I think the wind caught that one.
But regular season-wise, May 31st, we'll be home. Chatham-Kent will be home to Brantford, and that'll be a 1 o'clock start. So that'll be, 7 p.m. In Finland?
Roughly, yeah.
So
I have 8 p.m.
8 p.m., sorry. 7 hours? Okay, sorry. 8 p.m., so that'll be a better you guys can have a nice big Chatham-Kent Barnstormers party over in Finland. Make sure you try and send a picture to our social media of any of those fan parties there for the Barnstormers.
Get them to be the official CBL franchise of Finland,
Right
of
on.
the entire country.
Well, they got a fan club,
France,
they
too.
said.
Oh, yeah.
We got France. We're taking all of Europe.
All of Europe.
Yeah.
Let's go. We can do it.
I'd like to know the dimensions of this ballpark because that was a pretty good pop.
It's a decent size. I know.
We've got our best people on it.
I'm just going to Google. He's probably going to Google Earth here. We're looking 300 to left, 325 to right. Power Alley's 365.
Okay, 365.
And 405 to center, if Mr. Google has done me wise. Opened in 1970. Seats 3,000 people.
1970.
Okay.
So, yep.
56-year-old park.
So, yep.
1 and 2 on the batter here.
Who we got up? That's 33, Andy Groening. I know Andy's going to want this. My daughter painted me I'll show it to the camera. Because when I managed, that was number 33. So that's a little case cover for my tablet for the game. A nice little CK
That is really cool.
tablet cover. I thought of Andy when I saw that pop up because that's his number 33 as well. Did he go down already?
He did.
Called third strike.
Oh, boy. Down to our last out. And here comes OC batting 400 on the season. Let's see if he lefty-lefty. I wonder if we'll bring in a pinch hitter. Who's on the bench today? Maybe Spencer Marin. I know we saw Lee Casera came in, but I don't think Lee's going to get a time at bat, right?
No, we got to get a little bit of a rally to see him.
Chris Boato, the fourth pitcher of the night for Hamilton, trying to shut the door on the Barnstormers tonight.
Not one of their top pitchers. He's more of they're just trying to save some arms as well. Good test lefty-lefty here for Constantino, so he's going a little old school.
He is, I was going to say.
He's doing some lefty grove or,
I love
you
that.
know what I mean?
Crank the arm, folks. You don't see this.
Is that what Ed Myers used to do when he pitched? Oh, he's not here. There's that. Look at that with the graphic. Good job from Cole there. Let's see, 1-1. So, yeah, he's going some old school here. Boato. Boato is 32 years old, 6.62 ERA. That's off the fist. And get down, get down, get down.
And it did not get down, and that's the ball game. Boato shuts the door on the Barnstormers. Tough night for CK on the road on a windy and cold Friday night.
Adames, the winning pitcher. Hamilton moves to 2-1. McCartier gets the loss. The Chatham-Kent Barnstormers drop to 1-2 early in the season. 45 games still to go. There's a long way, right, Peter?
Yeah, there is. And, you know, you had great starting pitching from them. Adames was dominating. And when you can't put a dent and get any runs, you're not going to win too many ball games.
No, he was fantastic tonight. But also, I mean, on the other hand, Thibaut Mercadier for the Barnstormers, his Barnstormer regular season debut. Actually, he pitched quite well tonight. I mean, he left with a 4-0 deficit, and just bounces weren't going the Barnstormers' way really from the first pitch.
That's a good ball club, and it's early in the season. When we get into the hot summer days, these Barnstormer bats are going to come alive, and we'll see when Hamilton makes their way our way.
That's right, and it could be as early as tomorrow night. 4 games in the CBL across the league tomorrow. We'll see if any of them happen because a big rain system is coming through all of southwestern Ontario tomorrow. So we'll find out. Keep an eye on the social media pages for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers, ckbarnstormers.com to find out what's happening tomorrow. But if we do go, we will be at Fergie Jenkins Field tomorrow, 7 p.m., I believe.
7:05.
7:05 first pitch for Fergie Jenkins Field. And, again, you can find out more, ckbarnstormers.com. Thank you so much to Enyo Pest Advisors for making this happen again this season, and a great deal there.
bigger than bugs.
Oh, yeah.
The Dan Dominguez special. So, again, Enyo.ltd. Thanks very much to Cam Bayshard and all the folks at Enyo for making this Season 2 Barncast number 1 happen, which is now coming to a close. On behalf of Dan Dominguez, on behalf of the Hall of Famer Peter Cobb, another Hall of Famer Ed Myers, who is already taking care of our post-game celebrations. And thanks very much to Cole Dupuis, our great, soon-to-be Hall of Famer producer, for producing here tonight. My name is Mike Renier. We will hopefully see you from Fergie Jenkins Field for CBL action tomorrow night.